Frankie and Tommy here. Previous episode highlights open with a scooter so useless, even walking called it embarrassing.
If you rode that around the neighborhood, people are stopping. People are fucking.
Well, but how? First up, how the fucking thing is propelled? Is it on? What's it? I wasn't going downhill. It was on flat ground. There was no motor, no pedals.
That's wrong. Jimmy, put that one up there. How is it? Is there a battery pack on that thing? Or?
No, it's a very unthought out fucking way for me to enter the fucking lab is what it is.
That scooter was built by a dad who says, "Trust me," then immediately reaches for duct tape.
Jimmy, come on, babe. You're striking out here, baby. Come on.
That's awesome. How are you? So you look like you're feeling better. Your energy, I can see the energy's higher today.
Yeah, I feel much better today for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely sucked, but I'm fucking through it. That's the bottom line.
Oh yeah, electric. Oh yeah, do electric scooter with AI physics because yeah, the electric scooter forgot the motor.
That scooter has one job. It showed up late, empty-handed, and somehow still asked for a parking spot.
Yeah, there's no motor in it. There's not even
where's the fucking battery?
Yeah, there's
nothing in that thing, but it's the shell.
I love it. I love it. Well, now
it's like a fucking party and nobody will leave.
That is every barbecue after 8 p.m. Nobody leaves, and one uncle starts explaining taxes with chips.
You know what it is now, Anderson? Fuck, you're funny. It's actually turned into, it's like CES in Vegas, where everybody comes to Vegas for all the electronic stuff. Now the war in Ukraine has turned into a big technology roadshow, where they're showing off their latest drones and robotics to kill people.
We started with a busted scooter and somehow landed at lethal TED Talk. This show needs airbags.
Yeah.
I always thought the guy, and he could be fucking with me, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a dude that I see periodically in down in San Felipe, Mexico.
Yeah,
He's an American guy.
Yeah.
And, generally speaking, Americans will tend to gather in the same spots. So you see him, of course, different, anyway.
Yeah.
So one of these dudes has got the little thing in his finger, and he sticks it to his throat, and he speaks, and it's a speaker.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow, some way, I don't remember, he left, and somebody says, what happened to him? I said, I have no clue. I said, he ate too much pussy.
That joke got expelled from health class and still somehow came back with peer-reviewed confidence.
I was like, oh, it's a fucking funny joke. Oh, what are we, 12? That's what I'm thinking to myself.
Well,
maybe it was fucking true.
No, but there is truth to it now.
That's what I mean.
No,
maybe it was the truth. I was thinking of the guy that said that. I was like, dude, are we in fucking middle school again here?
So we were raised, you and I, our generation. I only bring it up because they're rebranding as a family restaurant, Johnny.
Family restaurant with bikinis is not a concept. It is a custody battle with mozzarella sticks and a logo.
But still with bikini. I know. So some dude bought it. So some guy named Neil Kiefer bought it, and he's going to take it out of Chapter 11 and reintroduce it as a family restaurant, but still have women in bikinis. So I don't know. There you go. So we're gonna have the.
I don't remember them in bikinis.
No, they were in those little shorts, and they're
the shorts. Shorts.
So instead of the shorts, they're putting them in bikinis.
And then they're calling. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
The story you just told.
Yes.
No better description of why no one would play with you.
That roast hit so hard, every lonely kid with weird hobbies just felt their lunchbox get heavier.
This is true, actually.
No better. I couldn't have summarized it better.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll tell you one more thing. I used to write letters to NASA. And I used to write letters to big semi-truck companies so they could send me brochures on their semi-truck.
Keith was out here mailing NASA like a tiny CEO while other kids were getting high off marker fumes.
So while you're out there getting the chicks and lifting weights, I was out there trying to communicate with the semi-truck companies about their capital.
Where was fucking Bobo during all this?
Bobo entered the story like a bonus cousin your parents only mention after 2 drinks.
Bobo was gone at the time.
Well, I mean, it's a realistic question. What's a little retard kid? What's a little retard guy doing?
Real question.
I mean, now that you showed me that picture, that fucking weirdo with his tongue sticking out and his fucking marching all fucking goofy, all cranked up like this, I can't get that out of my mind. All I can do is I just picture that cross-eyed little fucker standing next to you.
I gotta get that picture, Jimmy. What's up with that? The executive martyr. Why certain people?
Hold on, real quick, because I thought it was just a piss, but it was a dump.
That update was too honest. Even the toilet probably said, buddy, keep my name out of this.
Just give me like a couple of quick minutes.
Get out of here. Go to space and have a dump and see what happens.
NASA heard that and quietly canceled 3 missions, 2 lunches, and 1 brave astronaut.
But Petro, why is
Left it in the fucking pan.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. What's left in the pan. So I used to do this when I boil cocaine to see what was left and what wasn't pure. And I'm kidding, but yeah, a little bit of soy.
You never fucking know what you fuckers were doing out of the funny farm.
Funny Farm is not lore. That is the part of the family album the printer refused to finish.
Okay. No, listen, have we tried it? Yeah, you put a little bit of cocaine, you put a little baking soda, and you boil it up, and you have a little bit of crack left. That's how it works. But there you go.
That's why the George Foreman grill did so well, because there were fucking then in the hood there was 4 or 5 of those per household.
But you
That looks fucking appetizing.
Yes. Yeah, it's exactly it. It's exactly. Hey, do you guys remember dude wipes or pipe wipe dude wipes? The product that's after you're done having sex and you clean up after. So I was introduced.
No, I don't remember anything about these.
Oh, you don't? Dude wipes is a product that you clean your shaft when you're done the business, right?
That pitch made every man suddenly inspect the floor like he dropped his dignity.
I was introduced, Johnny, you'll get this. So me and Maurice were introduced to a company about 20 years ago called Pipe Wipes. That fella, watch how fast this happens. Look at it.
Practicing. Yeah.
And he got everybody twice.
Look at the speed of Anderson. Watch his speed.
Well, dude, no shit. He didn't get him once. He got him twice. You see that? He got everybody twice.
Yeah. So when I found this, Anderson, to show to you, 2 things struck. I do remember that guy.
How did you get along without me?
I figured it out. I did the best that I could, and I looked for Petro's good questions in the comments there, and I did the best that I could.
Everybody must have been fucking bored to death.
Oh, it was horrible.
If this chaos feels like Thanksgiving with cameras, watch the previous episode. Full show is up next. Guard your coffee.
The first 90 seconds after waking up determines your entire day. You can do what average motherfuckers do and snooze, or what he said. Only on mornings in the lab.
Good morning, nation. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and big conversations. Hey, Jimmy, you got a choice in life, no dick or a dick growing on your arm. What are you choosing? Hey, did you guys know that you guys can lose your memory after going for a dump? Yeah, I learned that from Kai this morning. I'm the junior dinosaur. I'm the little T-Rex with the little arms. Yeah, there you go. Dwayne is absolutely a baby boomer. Dr. John's the bullshit professor. Kai's the shit professor. Brianna, you're always teaching me, man, every single Tuesday. Nation, you will not find this kind of knowledge anywhere on the planet to start your day other than Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Holy smokerodies, I'm just beside myself this morning. Good morning, nation. Did you guys see that opener? Hey, Jimmy got a brand new monitor and he's back at work. Hey, imagine if we would have got Jimmy a monitor a year ago, what would have happened to our show? Yeah, we would be a year ahead. Good morning, everybody. Yes. Hey, every morning starts with a decision before your brain has time to build a decent excuse, especially this morning on Memorial Day weekend. That snooze button, as our good old Sterling says, the motherfucker, the snooze button just doesn't steal 9 minutes. No, it teaches your brain. It teaches your brain that your first promise of the day is actually negotiable. So when that first promise is negotiable, don't act shocked. No, when that discipline gets weird by lunch, because today we're going to get into some morning decisions that separate ambitious men from the average man. And we're going to be joined by the chicken man himself, Matt Roos, dropping in this morning. But hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. You know how it all goes? Just like this. Oh, this camera's not working, so we're going to try this one today. Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, your live morning show for real talk, entertaining conversation, and some motivating something this morning on the big show we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Hey, good morning, everybody. We get after it live every single day here, Monday through Friday on the Big Mornings Network. Man, we are growing. Yes, we are. We had a big Friday, man. If all things come to fruition, we got 3 brand new shows dropping on the network here in the next few weeks. But hey, today we're going to get today out of the way. First of all, guys, just a reminder, as you heard by our very own incomparable Sterling. Yeah, this is an X-rated experience. So if you're offended by characters dropping F-bombs, B-bombs, or S-bombs, or any kind of language that might offend you, this is the show for you. So kids, keep hanging around. Parents, we will see you later. And if you are a lurker, yeah, if you're a first timer or if you are a quiet watcher, like our good buddy Rico. Good morning, Rico. What's shaking, brother? We'd love to have you just come check in and say hello. Yeah, come turn that volume up this morning and come check us out over at mornings.live or mornings.network. All right. I was so taken aback by that opener today. I forgot my coffee. All right, guys, what's your current relationship with the alarm clock today? This is probably a good decision to have right now. It probably is. What do we cover? January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, coming up to the top of the end of the second quarter. And I'm thinking right now, hey, Jimmy, let's put the numbers up on the screen. Somebody's laying there right now. How long are they? What are they? They're 20, almost 22. Oh, man. You know, I am loving this. I think we're going to run this for the rest of our network career on this channel. So, Jimmy, when you're like, when you pass on the producing buttons to your kids, could you imagine how many like years and weeks somebody's going to be? I wonder. Yeah. Anyways, almost 22 hours behind. Yeah, just laying there, not making decisions and moving your life forward. Just being an absolute loser, laying there and snoozing. Yeah, snooze loser. Yeah, Apple's wrecking your life. Android's wrecking life because you absolutely just want to hit the snooze button. Hey guys, on the daily poll this morning that Kai put up there for us, what's the one thing so what is the relationship with the alarm clock? First ring, 1 snooze, or you struggle getting up? We know Neiman's answer. Yeah, we know what she says. We know exactly what she says. What's yours? First ring, 1 snooze, or you struggle getting up. And hey, what's the one small thing you can prepare tonight to completely eliminate that friction tomorrow morning? Maybe it's putting your socks out. Yeah. I guess that is if you wear socks. Yes. Oh, hey, Neiman was up 4:15 today. Whoa, good job. I wonder if she's still walking. I forgot to ask her lately. All right, hey, listen, we got some footage. Oh, baby, I got some footage. We know that Terry is working on getting her pilot's license. We do. We absolutely do. Well, listen, we got some footage. We think it might be Terry flying. Yeah, I can't wait to show Johnny. He might be taken aback by it a little bit this morning. We got some words of wisdom dropping from Jelly Roll today. And we're going to have some conversations about what happened yesterday in Vegas at the enhanced games. And of course, it is Memorial Day weekend right now. So folks that are passing by would love to have some chats with you. Hey, psilocybin, go magic mushrooms, beats nicotine. We're talking nicotine with myself and Johnny this morning. And eating 5 eggs a week, since we are talking chickens. We're going to get into chicken conversations this morning. Good morning, Sullivan. Good to see you out there this morning. We're going to have some conversations about chickens today. Yeah, we absolutely are. 5 eggs a week cuts Alzheimer's risk by 27%. Study of 40,000 adults. Plus, we got so much more. Hey, do you guys know who Sophie Rain is? Apparently a creator on OnlyFans. Yeah, jumped on there when she was 18. Apparently she's a virgin. Apparently she's a Christian. Well, apparently, hey, Jimmy, some dude, some NBA guy offered her $15 million for her virginity. Yeah. Hey, so just think about that for a moment. Like, would you have? Oh, forgot that camera. I gotta get that camera working here. Would you drop $15 million to grab some guy or some girl's virginity? Yeah, $15 million. Just think about that. So you're probably going to be done in a few minutes, a few seconds, right? So $15 million to drop your load, probably on somebody's back. Like, I wonder what the rules are. Wonder what hole, but $15 million. Yeah, and apparently she turned it down, and she's not naming him either. $15 million to lose her virginity, and she said no. Yeah, Neiman. Yeah, a virgin Christian on OnlyFans. Yeah, I guess there's room for me out there. Hey, we got a hole right out there. I saw some spoilers about the enhanced game. I didn't stay up to watch. It was on at 9:30 p.m. my time. Yes, it was. Well, hold on a second here, Holroyd. What the hell was I watching last night? I had it on for a little bit at around 7:30, 8 o'clock Central Time. So was I watching not the enhanced games? We got some clips on the show here, Holroyd. So if you don't want to know what's going on, I'd invite you to tune out for the next couple of hours. But stick around for the we got some video of Terry flying. Yep, we sure do. Okay, well, listen. I know Johnny's making his way to the lab this morning while Neiman's pondering Christian virgins out. Well, hold on a second, Holroyd. Aren't you out there in the east? Yeah. Howard, I thought you were down in Eastern Canada. I didn't think you were out in the West. Maybe I'm a little bit confused this morning. All right, listen. While we let Neiman ponder the Christians on OnlyFans, I think it's time to probably get the show on the road. Yeah, and you know what we do with that, Jimmy? I think we got a couple keywords. Eh? Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew you were. No, hold on a second, Howard. I thought you were on the East Coast. I thought you're down in Southern Ontario. Maybe I'm like, yeah. So, dude, you're 1 hour, brother. Howard, hey man, Howard, we gotta have a chat, man. Eastern time, Central time, 1 hour difference. Yeah, just 1 hour, my brother. Yeah, we might not even change our times coming up here, so maybe we're all going to be on the same time zone. All right, listen. Well, Neiman's pondering virgin Christians on OnlyFans. We're going to get the show on the road, and that show starts with 2 little words that go like this. No, many more words that go, the morning loop starts right now.
Good morning. There's a rooster outside walking like he owns the Wi-Fi and the property taxes.
He didn't crow. He issued a warning. Everybody woke up like payroll was late.
That's not a rooster. That's a tiny farm CEO with feathers and anger management problems.
Frankie's been here 5 minutes, and he was already calling him a visionary with strong morning discipline.
Wait, is this Keith's premium rooster? Because he walks like the invoice came with a crown.
Respect him. He wakes up early, screams first, and makes everybody else adjust. That's leadership.
The rooster's loud. Frankie's inspired. Preston's uncomfortable. Let's start the morning loop.
Did I see a shirt that Preston's wearing that says "Where's Jimmy"? Maybe he's in Japan plugging the holes. Oh, it says "Where's Johnny"? Oh. I love it. Coming up, our very own Jon Anderson will be making his way into the lab in a few minutes. Hey, have you guys checked out the new Gemini Omni platform dropped by Google last week? Man, I was playing with it yesterday. It is fucking fun, man. It is absolutely fun. I was playing a little bit with the Omni model, making some stuff, and it's a good time. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I would invite you to do that. I know my team is getting into it as well. I don't know if that was Omni stuff or if that was Veo stuff, but that is, you know what? I don't know where Marty is either. Yeah, it should be where is Marty. Yeah, it's funny. I had a chat with him a couple weeks ago, and we just forgot to keep the thing going. Loving Marty. I see him out there on Instagram and so forth, but we should get Marty back in here, do a checkup on Marty. We did ask Dwayne the Boomer Whitaker to drop in this morning for some coffee if he wants. But we also, I know we got to Anderson dropping in here on Memorial Day coming up in a few minutes. It's funny because oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, listen, let's get into some of the topics this morning that we have on the docket. Oh yeah, of course, Matt Roos, the chicken wrangler, that's coming in here today. So I thought I'd bring him in this morning to talk about chickens. You know, if you know, me and Johnny had a fun conversation a few weeks ago about the price of a chicken, the cost of a chicken. And, somebody said to me, you think about it, God put chickens on the earth they're like the ultimate human protein machine. They just wake up, make eggs, make fucking meat for us to eat. Just nonstop chicken machine. I'm sorry, nonstop human protein machine. So we're going to talk chickens. I know that Rose has a chicken farm out there in Eastern Canada. So I'm going to have some fun with Johnny and myself talking chickens this morning on Mornings in the Lab. You know who also has chickens is Paul Reedner, host of What the Truck. What the Truck and the host of Brooks Gang were down in Miami this weekend at a wonderful event. I saw some great footage out there at this USA Salute down there in Miami. There at the What the Truck situation. That was a lot of fun actually. So we got Reedner's got chickens as well. I was learning from Reedner about chickens. Maddie with chickens. So we're going to talk chickens this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right, listen, Jimmy. Let's get to some conversation topics. I see that Sterling and Preston are just eager to get the show on the road here this morning and see what we're going to talk about today. Hey, Jim, do we got a trending topic today? I know I threw you guys about Memorial Day. If we do, let's run it and we'll get the show on the road. If not, your pick, my brother. Let's start the
Memorial Day isn't a sale or a 3-day weekend. It's the day for the names that never came home, and most men are about to scroll past it.
Flag at half-staff until noon. Moment of remembrance at 3 p.m. The question isn't, what are you doing today? It's, what are you teaching? Because freedom isn't bought cheaply. And if your kids only learn cookout, you just handed them comfort without cost. Let's talk about the debt.
So here's the question. Here's a provocative question. So Memorial Day, Remembrance Day, Veterans Day, these days that we're supposed to acknowledge, do we celebrate them? Do we acknowledge them? Or do we do we ignore them through time? It certainly is an interesting question. Hey, Spartacus, what's going on, brother? Good to see you this morning. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you out there in the comments. No, but seriously, right? We have these days on the calendar, and sometimes you wonder whether whether they're there to be celebrated or whether people over time just ignore them. And they're just fuck, another day on the calendar where I can sleep in, hit the snooze button, and make self-sabotaging decisions. And so let's have that conversation with the man of the next hour. Yeah, we're talking chickens. No, not Matt Roos. He'll be here in a few minutes. Right now, we're talking chickens with my brother from another mother. I miss him. This morning. His name, Jon Anderson.
Clearly. I think Jimmy was over there fucking around with some gay porn, dude.
What? Jimmy's in a mood right now, man. So Jimmy came to you on Friday, Johnny.
When did you join side with the fucking Fudge Packers, dude?
Dude, did you see how fast you sped up to the front of the building, man? I was like, holy fuck, he's going fast. So, Jimmy needed a new monitor on Friday, so we got Jimmy all sorted with a brand new monitor on Friday, and ever since then, man, it's like there's a little edge in his step this morning, man. He's got a brand new opener. He's dropping crazy shit. I don't know, man. Jimmy's something's in Jimmy's water, or else he's getting lots of life expectancy work, Johnny. Could be that too.
There's something about being on the site of a live gay porn site. It changes a man.
By the time Jimmy's done with us, he's gonna think, wait a minute, am I?
Jim, here's the thing. If you're going to make me look like a fucking $3 bill, do it all the way. Give me looking like the fucking gimp climbing out of there. I'll pull the fucking sawhorse out of the back of that truck,
Jimmy says in the comments, love you, Jon. You give me clue where to get ideas. Brother, how the fuck are you, man? How was your weekend? How was the last couple days of just life without the handsome chief?
I never really think of it like that. But especially because you're the only one in the fucking universe who refers to you as the handsome chief.
I know. That's why your reaction.
I've never met anybody who holds on to a self-proclaimed nickname as hard as you do.
I love it. I love that reaction you gave me, dude. How are you? No, seriously. So I kicked it off. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I wonder.
Weekend here at the lake. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, Whitaker. Hey, brother, I sent you a text this morning. If you're not doing nothing in 45 minutes, why don't you come hang out with myself and Johnny this morning? Hey, John, his Memorial Day and Veterans Day and these weekends that were set aside like a long time ago for us to recognize the importance. Sometimes I wonder if they've lost meaning, or people just use them to be fucking like just relentlessly lazy. And I'm not trying to be the nerd, like you got to go all the time, but we set these days and then over time they kind of just lose meaning, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think, when it comes down to it, I think it's reversed. I think it's looked at very, like, let's use Labor Day.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Celebrate Labor Day with a fucking win. Work harder. That's the celebration.
Yes.
So it's kind of like these whole things are just people are looking at these things. They're just positioning the idea improperly. What's the spirit of the fucking idea? You're celebrating something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, I just lost 5 pounds. I'm going to go eat a fucking full pizza.
I got it. So it's funny. I had a conversation with somebody about that on yesterday. I was out for a walk and I ran into this fellow and we had this conversation about self-sabotaging behavior. And I was putting my hand up. I
didn't know he was doing it, did he?
No, 100%. That's exactly what it was. And I said to him, it's funny how because it came, we were talking, so he's 65. He's thinking about doing some peptides and talking about self-sabotaging behavior. And he's actually a single dude. Johnny, actually, he was talking about his life. He's like, yeah, man, life's like tough these days. I go, what's going on? He goes, I don't know. It's tough to find a lady. He goes, my body's starting to my body's getting angry with me on a daily basis. And he's like, and he goes, and the world's kind of crazy. And I was thinking, man. And then he was just talking about the self-sabotaging behavior. And I was like, man, like we went in circles with that where
I'm bleeding to death.
Yeah.
I slipped my wrist, so I'm going to cut my fucking neck just to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction.
You have to admit, though, maybe you won't, but you have to admit, it's funny how for the longest time, especially our culture growing up, true story, that 80s, 90s, it's like the idea of the cheat day. Like somewhere along the way, somebody said I'll just say like the physical fitness industry, somewhere said, go for the cheat day. Let's be frank. I know you don't agree with it.
That's not at all. Here's the deal. People that know what the fuck they're doing understand that when you are maneuvering with your intake,
yes,
you can only cut back for so long, and what you do is you stifle your metabolism.
Yes.
It's like not putting enough fuel on a fucking fire. At some point, it starts to die off. So when that happens, you would have a refeed or a larger meal.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So basically, somehow a larger meal or refeed, I call it a splash because I don't like to follow fucking status quo.
Yes. Yes.
Somehow a splash or a cheat, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Went from when you need to refeed your metabolism to every Sunday. And then every fucking Sunday of a cheat meal turned into every fucking Sunday a cheat day.
Yes, I know.
This is just the evolution of lazy fucks.
Dude, I know. And that's
they don't even know why they're doing it.
Yeah, and that's what I find. As we're talking and as you're talking out loud here, I'm thinking to myself, Johnny, I bet you if we look back, hey, Petro, what's shaking, Petro? Or maybe you got some stats on this one. Good morning, Roofy. Good morning, Josh Calvert. How much are cigars there? Well, that's a question for Anderson. I was going to say, Johnny, that I wonder if it coincides with as social media became more prevalent, right? Because to your point,
No, this has been happening since the fucking dawn. This has been happening before social media.
No, but hold on. No, I don't disagree with you. But what I mean though is just like the changing of the idea from like just a little bit of a refeed to now just.
I heard of the fucking cheat day right when I got into it.
Or a cheat day, cheat week, cheat month.
Yeah, it had already gone from a fucking. It was not even supposed to be a cheat. It was supposed to be a fucking larger meal.
I do like, so I know the good morning Whitaker, good morning Cheryl, what's shaking my girl. I do like the idea of like the refeed because that resonates with me, which is okay if I'm managing my food and I need to refuel my body. I like your splash concept, but the idea of cheating is such a negative connotation, man. Such a negative connotation.
I agree with that, but here's the thing: most people have no fucking clue when it's time to do it.
No.
So that's where the once a week came in.
Yeah.
But that means you actually have to do enough work and restrict enough that it's necessary inside of a 7-day period. Most people can't stick to something for 3 fucking days, let alone 6 or 7.
Speaking of sticking to something, hey, so last week you revealed to us that Terry is working on getting her pilot's license. Has anything proceeded since last week's flying?
Yeah, I fucking found out that it's going to cost me fucking $1,500 a month just to maintain this motherfucker. That's without fuel costs. That's just fucking storage, insurance, all this fucking shit.
Coming up tomorrow with Brianna Bass, negotiating conversations with your wife when she wants.
The cool thing about this, though, I got to say, though, jumping in, I'm already justifying. Because when you get a fucking hangar, you got all this fucking, because the plane doesn't take up the corners.
Well,
the 2 back corners don't, because the plane, you know what I mean, the wings.
Yes.
That means I have fucking places to put some extra cars. Now it's starting to make more sense.
So Johnny Nation, ears up on this one. Johnny's thinking about how he can park his plane in the hangar, but he's brilliant enough to think, hey, wait a minute, there's room underneath the wings to put more shit. So
no, not in the back corners, not under the wings.
Well, listen, I did so Terry might have been doing something without you being aware. Because I found some flying footage, and I'm wondering if this was Terry piloting the airplane. Jimmy, check this out.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
What's that fucking guy in? He's in some sort of a fucking gunny sack?
No, he's parachuting in the fucking airplane. Paraglider. And he survived. But the Cessna cut. So I got a few questions going on.
So did he employ another chute? What the fuck?
Yeah. So I don't. I think so. Hold on.
That plane was close.
Holy
Christ! I could have just fucking hit him dead on.
She deployed her reserve parachute. But Johnny, here's the thing that I say. Why the fuck are they so close? So that happened up in Salzburg, up in Austria. But to your point, why are they so close? I don't know. Well,
you figure like this, right? And I've kind of put myself in this position, because I guarantee you, I'm not going to have the license Terry will. We get up high, I'm grabbing the fucking stick.
Yeah, she'll be grabbing your stick too, and that'll be the next conversation with Brianna Bass, myself, and yourself.
but you think you're up there? There's nobody around.
No,
you're just kind of fucking cruising, not really fucking paying much attention because you haven't seen anything in 30 fucking minutes. All of a sudden, this little fucking speck of a fucking thing appears in front of you. God knows you're looking over here. Next thing you got a fucking parachute 30 yards in front of you.
You're just up there with nobody around. All of a sudden,
what? Totally. I mean, think about it. If you're in, it's like being in the middle of the ocean, not fucking paying attention. Turn around, there's a fucking tanker bearing down on you.
Well, it's funny to your point. I was watching, I don't know, because I'm looking for content for the show all the time. I saw a pilot of some big commercial airline, and he was up in the sky, and all of a sudden, like a fighter jet pulled next to him. I guess that's kind of your point. Is like he was like an overseas flight for hours and hours and hours. All of a sudden, this fighter jet, he's like, oh, like where the hell did this come from?
Shit. Yeah, I mean, you kind of get. I mean, even like when we're driving, if you're on on I-5, there's a patch of I-5 and kind of middle of California.
Yeah.
That fucking road must go dead straight for 20 fucking miles.
Oh man.
And when like at a time when there's nobody on the road, it'll fucking lull you to sleep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, coming up, Matt Roos. Johnny, I don't know if you met Matt before. So I don't know if Matt was here before you were on the show or if you met Matt before, but Matt Roos, marketing guy, digital marketing guy from Eastern Canada, but I didn't bring him back here for that. He's a chicken wrangler. He's a chicken farmer. I thought we could talk chickens today with Maddie and talk about raising chickens and have some fun about chickens.
You're going to try to justify your $5,000 ticket?
Because I want to talk about $5,000 chickens today. That's exactly.
You got to be crapping out golden eggs, baby.
We were supposed to have Jamie McCrazy on the show here today, but she had to bump out on us. So I dropped Matt Roos instead. Hey, Johnny. So get this, man. NBA star offered. Well, Jimmy, run the clip.
OnlyFans star Sophie says an NBA player offered her $15 million for her virginity, and she said no. That's insane.
TMZ caught her outside a Beverly Hills club. She says she's Christian, still a virgin, and he ghosted her after she refused.
This isn't gossip. It's what happens when sex turns into a business deal. Money doesn't buy access. It exposes the buyer.
I dig your shirt, baby.
What's that? Yeah, I know.
Shirt.
I know you would.
Listen, no matter what you wear, dude, you're not fucking pulling me into your little fucking sicko group.
I love it.
I'm not coming in the middle of that thing. You can try all you want. You can fucking beg. You can wear all the fucking clothes you want. No.
I got to tell you something, man. So
you two, if you two don't have vaginas, I'm not coming.
You know, I had a Jesus. There's something in our water this morning. I can already tell. I had a big meeting on Friday with 3 dudes. I expect we're going to get 3 new shows on the network. I expect they have no idea what their mornings are being waken up and opened by you and I in the morning with some of the stuff. Hey, but so far, I want to talk the enhanced games in a few moments. But before that, I see you out there, Rosie. Dude, $15 million for her virginity. She says no. Crazy, eh? So and you think about that, like that's so this Sophie Rain apparently makes 40 million annually on OnlyFans. Yes, 40 million annually on OnlyFans. And she was offered $15 million to lose her virginity, and she said no. She's a Christian. She's like, no, I don't want your money. I'm going to keep my virginity for $15 million.
Well, it just shows that, you know, like there's some decisions that are not about money.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, like the ethics of us, like in my world, you know, it's like when it comes to making money, I won't. It doesn't matter how much it is. I'm not doing it if I don't enjoy it. I'm not falling into that trap.
Yeah, and dude, I love that about you, man. It's funny because you and I had a conversation a few months ago, and you hit me square nice. It was like a business conversation. I said something to you, and you said something to me.
Breaks my rule, babe.
Oh, and you fucking hit me square between the eyes. I hung up, and I was like, fuck, I love that principled approach, because I've too often got caught with chasing and not enjoying.
Dude, it's so easy to get sucked into that shit.
And I'm working on that right now with somebody who we both know. And I got a lot of love and respect for getting to know him a little more, but he's always like chasing the next pile. I'm like, no, dude, my job right now for you is to keep you focused on that one thing, not a bunch of things. And when you said that to me, I was like, oh yeah, I get that. Right. So, all right, listen, I got some fun with you, man. Is nicotine addicting or not addicting? Oh, hold on. Psilocybin, Johnny, magic mushroom therapy outperforms the nicotine patch in smoking cessation trial. Jimmy.
Psilocybin with CBT beat nicotine patches in a JAMA trial. 40.5% quit versus 10%. Are we treating addiction wrong or just using weak tools?
That's a massive gap, but it's a small, unblinded pilot. Still, if willpower and gum fail, maybe the mind needs a reset.
The question for guys watching, if the old playbook hasn't worked, do you double down on discipline or consider supervised therapy that changes behavior at the root?
Sure, hearing more about magic mushroom therapy more than ever, man. Seriously, like
100%.
Like
real quick though, the nicotine thing. I just want to make sure. Yeah. So, this concept of smoking a cigarette, right? You're addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah,
I'm going to go to gum, and I'm going to try to quit. I'm going to try to wean myself off.
Yeah,
right. Well, if you go to the right fucking nicotine gum, right? If you're really, you've dropped whatever it is in the cigarette has made you fucking want the cigarette. So how the fuck is the gum going to help? You're addicted to something that you took out. You're not. The idea behind the nicotine gum, I believe, is to basically kind of use less and less nicotine until you're not wanting nicotine, but it's not the fucking nicotine that you're jonesing for.
Well, you know what? One of the things that I've been thinking about this too.
That makes sense.
100% it does, because I want to go here with you too. We should ask Petra this question on Friday when he's in with us. Like, at what part of the addiction is the habit? So hear me out. Like the social or the idea,
the mouth, yeah, totally,
yeah, right. Like you know, cutting my bud and crushing it up, like the whole experience of sitting back and enjoying it. Like what's the addictive nature? Is it the habit? Is it the delivery? And that's what's kind of interesting to me. And one thing I'd ask you is that you know we were talking Retta on Friday, and we talk a lot about peptides on this show. And if I understand correctly, Jon, Retta and these peptides help with the addictive centers of the brain. So I would
just Retta.
Just Retta. Okay.
Yeah, Retta is the one that brings all these new benefits to the table in the GLP-1 family.
Because then I'm just going to I'm suspecting if I take some Retta, it's going to help with some of my all over addictive behaviors. No?
So think like this.
Yes.
It's dopamine chasing behavior patterns that it helps with. So whatever dopamine, yeah, like I have dopamine patterns fucking weave through my life. Some of them are very helpful, some are not. So one thing I noticed with Retta is it actually kind of dumbed down some of the behavior patterns that I leaned on as a positive thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like my almost like my addictiveness to productivity.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, it's a little fucking easier for me to actually sit down and do nothing, which was a really fucking big challenge for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's anything where, you know, I guess that's the simplest way to put it. It's dopamine chasing behavior patterns, good, bad, and the otherwise.
I love that. So then let me ask you this. So does it make you less productive? Like, so did it, like, I broke up there.
Well, I think if you don't love what you do, it could.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But it also like one of my clients, it took away his dopamine chasing behavior for sex.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, but here's the question, dude. When it's time to get down, you got that good piece of wood you're after? He's all, yeah. I said, okay, well then fucking what are you worried about? Jesus
That's right.
Christ, you understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's going to get the good and the bad.
Well, and if that's the point, then you got to start working on what's up here with your.
Then you just got to. You actually have to just be a little more mindful of what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, normal before your dick was leading you around, you know, and so was your fucking stomach, and that's why you came to me.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. You're hanging out with Keith and Uncle Jon this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Well, listen, we found 40,000 participants in the Adventist Health Study. We're talking eggs. Our guest coming up in about 2 minutes, Matt Roos. We're talking chickens. I can't wait to have this conversation because Keith, hey, Roosy, you didn't hear, but we asked a question on the show a couple months back, Matt, about the cost of a chicken. And I thought it was like $5,000. Don't laugh. I know I'm going to hear all of yes. I know
that might be one of the most ridiculous things.
I can see him laughing in the green room, Johnny. So just I know I'm going to get it when he gets here. But listen, 40,000 people ate 1 to 3 eggs per month. They had a 70% lower risk of Alzheimer's. Jimmy, let's run this clip before we bring in Matt Roos.
5 eggs a week was linked to a 27% lower Alzheimer's risk in a 40,000 person study. That's not a magic cure, but it is one hell of a breakfast headline. The key word is linked. This was observational, not proof. But choline, lutein, omega-3s, and yolk nutrients are suddenly back in the brain health conversation. So the takeaway isn't eat eggs and you're safe. It's simpler. The small choices you repeat today may be feeding the man you become 20 years from now.
So I put this up there because you're not going to have, because the amount of eggs you eat.
Yeah, cholesterol. Listen, it's fucking better brain health. It's hard fucking cocks. It's better immune system. This whole cholesterol thing has been so fucking bent out of shape. And don't listen to me.
Ever
fucking do your own fucking research.
Hundreds.
What is it? They call them the Centaurian civilizations. These fuckers lived, most of them, to be 100. The biggest difference between them and us is, number one, they moved, which we should do. And number two, their fucking cholesterol was off the goddamn charts.
Patrick Ross, I see your comment. I'm going to get to it in a quick second. Johnny, cholesterol, I think, has been the biggest word of our generation. of the biggest scam fucking drug prescriptions.
Dude, low cholesterol will make you fucking sick.
It's been this, and it's like, to me, it reminds me of back when there was a point of time, you got to go eat margarine. Go eat margarine. Go eat margarine. All these different things that we've kind of been raised with, society's changes.
They have backloaded this fucker so tightly because they're prescribing a medication that's sure to make you sick.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got a man. Hey, Patrick Ross. So, Johnny, talking addiction. The addiction comes when you can't stop. The brain becomes used to receiving certain chemicals and it stops producing the associated chemical. Like your body doesn't make nicotine, but there is a chemical that your body makes that took nicotine, took over. So comments from Patrick Ross, one of the members of the Mornings in the Lab community. All right, Jimmy, let's bring our guest who's been patiently waiting for us. We're going to talk chickens, the chicken wrangler himself. I was on his show a few weeks back. His name is Matt Rose.
Today, we welcome back Matt, a marketing strategist, AI thinker, author, and one of the more original voices to visit the lab. Matt has a way of making complex technology feel practical, human, and surprisingly useful.
Sophia, I need you to know there is currently a chicken behind you.
Everybody relax. I know chickens.
You got to make eye contact and establish respect. I recommend a slow, non-threatening perimeter. I recommend snacks and authority.
Are you too serious right now?
How did you do that? Absolutely not. That bird disrespected both of us.
You either have the touch or you don't. Matt Rouse is back in the lab. AI, marketing, chickens, and all. Welcome back, Matt.
Matt Rose is here, the chicken wrangler from Eastern Canada. Let's bring him up on the screen there, Jimmy. Jimmy, what's going on, Matt?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Matt, have you met Jon before?
No, I've watched the show with Jon on it, but we haven't met like in person, I guess.
Jon, Matt, Jon.
Doing well. Can't complain. I was just up at the chickens taking them some water earlier. So
did you visit your $5,000 chicken?
Yeah, I would say that. You know, it's funny. You say that you can't have a $5,000 chicken. They cost like $6 to $15.
Well, so that's what I heard. So it's funny because we had this conversation a few months back and the person said $5,000. And I was like, well, like $5,000. And Jon fell off his chair thinking, what are you fucking crazy? $5,000. But I thought because there's so much value in a chicken, I just figured they were more expensive than just $5 or $6 or $10.
Well, it depends, right? I mean, there's some brands of chickens that are more, some of them are purebreds. You know, there's lots of things that go into it. But the other thing that people don't think about is, you know, it costs $10,000 to repair our barn. It costs $20,000 to build the chicken runs and put the roofing on. So it's definitely more than a few bucks a chicken. It's all you need.
Well, you know, and another way a chicken can bring you a pretty good grip of fucking dough is when he wins a cockfight. That's right. And you get a fucking wad full of cash. There's another way, Keith, but he's not going to lay you $5,000 worth of eggs.
Right.
So, Matt, why did you get into chicken farming? And I want to have a serious conversation because Johnny was talking to Paul Reedner. Paul's from What the Truck there. He set up a chicken farm. Jon, I know you're a man of wholesome foods and so forth. And Jon, have you and Terry ever considered having a little farm or a chicken farm? And I'm being very serious, dude, because of the amount of
we travel too much.
Is that that's the reality, eh? Yeah, you just travel way too much.
I mean, we have the thought of getting like a buying a I don't know what you call it, a functioning farm, but as small as we can make it. So it's not huge, but having somebody live there so that we don't have to do things daily. So we can come and go as we please. At that point, if we ever do that, then we will.
Yeah. So Russ, like chickens, so do you ever shop for eggs and chickens anymore? Or are you killing them and chopping their heads off and eating the breasts or like, talk to us about actually farming and raising chickens?
So our chickens are just for eggs.
Eggs.
They're more like pets than, farm animals. We treat them really nice and we give them snacks and, we talk to them and we name them, and they're not just, they're not like factory farmed chickens. They're chickens who run around and do whatever they want, kind of thing. We do have to keep them in sometimes because we have a lot of predators where I live. Like to foxes in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So they're kind of locked in the chicken runs for a couple weeks here now. And also we have two separate flocks of chickens. So like we only let one out one day and one out the other day. Otherwise, you will get the cockfighting that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they'll fight. They'll fight a lot.
And forgive me, I'm going to be serious here. So do they fight between sexes, or is it the males fighting?
Only the males.
It's dominance, man. It's crazy. I mean, I've not that I support this, but I've seen a lot of fucking cockfights of all my travels. It's like some cultures, it's fucking normal. I mean, it's like you're talking about a bar where this is not hidden. This is wide out in the open, and they're fucking, the next thing you think a fight's happening. Everybody's gathering on the dance floor. Oh, two fucking people throw a couple of fucking chickens in there, a couple of cocks in there. See dollar bills whipping out. Everybody's fucking making bets.
What? Hold the fucking horses. Good morning, Lauren. I love you, my baby. Hold the horses, Anderson. We've been hanging out for a couple years on this show, Rouse, and you're just dropping now that you've seen cockfights, like in real life.
But I'm not talking about the kind of cockfights you and Bobo used to do.
No, but you go to the bar and there's chickens. Like there's actually chickens fighting in the bar.
Cocks.
Yes, like I've seen them in movies, but you've actually witnessed them in real life. And then Matt, you've seen them in your chicken farm as well.
Yeah, I'm the fucking dead curse. If I fucking bet on one, what's going to happen is the other one's going to come flying across and fucking get him with that thing put that thing in his neck before my guy even gets in the fucking air.
Is that how they kill them?
They put all this shit on their feet. So they got these fucking like daggers and shit. I don't know.
Really?
I wasn't really paying too close attention. I was one time I was in a position where, it was a sponsored scenario.
Yes.
Right? Out and about. And some of these things, it's like, like in Japan, someone buys you a beer and you don't drink it. It's fucking disrespectful. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just kind of partake in the activities that they bring you to, because keep in mind, these sponsors have paid to have you come with them for the night.
Of course. Yeah.
You have to participate. It's other, so yeah, fucking pretty crazy. I mean, and they would have, they'd have sometimes 10 of these things.
Really? So Matt, when your chickens are fighting, like, do you have to break them up or do you let them go, or do they fight till death?
No, I mean, so there's a difference between ones that are trained to fight and ones that are just fighting to see who's the top chicken kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And,
yes.
I mean, pecking order is a real thing. Right. The chickens, they sort themselves out, and even the girls, right? They'll peck each other to see who gets the best roosting spots and who gets the best food and that kind of thing.
It's like it's like a pack of dogs. They've all got their pack. They find their place in the pack, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look,
and they'll fight each other off too. Like sometimes they'll have, like little groups, like little cliques inside of their flock.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a lot of chickens. So I think.
So what's a lot? How many is a lot?
I think we counted. We're at about 76.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and that's broken into 2 flocks, and we also just hatched. So we just hatched 36, I think it was, a few weeks ago. So we have lots of little baby chicks running around, and all of the little like roosters, they're already starting to fight. They like chest bump each other.
I would imagine when I've not seen the roosters fight with, unless they were trained to fight with all these fucking weapons on their feet. But I'd imagine if they're, fighting without the weapons, it's just like 2 guys, fighting to try to break each other's will. You don't want to kill them. You want to say, look, this is my fucking spot. You get out of here. Correct?
Sometimes they will die from like one's chasing the other, and it'll like run into a wall or something and break its neck. Like chickens are not that strong, right? Right.
See, that would be Keith and I.
You just find one sometimes. Sometimes you just find a dead chicken.
Keith and I if he finally chested up and decided he wanted to fight for dominance, once I gave him one good lick, one good fucking crack, he'd take off running, fucking kill himself running into a fucking wall. That's brilliant.
Keith and John and Matt, we're talking chickens this morning. So Rose, I'm making some assumptions here. I would suspect your family eats a lot of chicken eggs. You guys are always eating eggs, wrong?
Yeah, so we supply like ourselves and some of my relatives that live nearby, and then we sell off the extra. The thing called farm gate sales here.
Okay,
you can sell off your extra eggs. You don't have to have them like pasteurized or anything like that. You can just sell straight up chicken eggs. And eggs, we still sell them for $6, and that's Canadian.
Yeah.
Right? So that's, relatively inexpensive compared to any kind of free range eggs or something you would get from a farm.
Yeah.
But it just kind of pays for the feed for the chickens. Well, it doesn't pay for all the care and all the other things, but also we get fresh chicken eggs every single day.
So Johnny, you know what Paul Reedner said to me about his chickens for this family? And Matt, I wonder if this resonates for you. So Paul has young kids. John, what he's been using his chickens with is to teach good habits and teach responsibility and teach like a lifestyle of slowing down and getting the eggs, John and Matt, and just and kind of a lifestyle that really doesn't exist today. And he's like, Keith, I'm not making any money with my chickens, and we're eating healthy food, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass. But John and Matt, he found more of the learnings outweighed the cost. Does that resonate with you, Rose?
Yeah, there's two things there, right? One of them is you kind of want to have one foot in the earth, right?
Yes.
In the tech world that we live in nowadays.
Yes.
So, you want, at least I want my daughter to grow up taking care of animals, learning where animals come from, how they hatch, taking care of them as they get older, all that kind of stuff, dealing with, sometimes animals die and all those things that come with animals. But also you want to know where your food comes from as much as possible, right? In today's world.
Well, yeah, that's what Anderson talks about all the time on this show. Yeah.
Well, because you can trust it, right?
Well, yeah, 100%.
I know that my field is not sprayed with pesticides and that my chickens go out and eat stuff in the field. I know what kind of food I give them. I know what the conditions are. I know what their water straight out of our well. I know 100% of the cycle of food that goes into those eggs.
Like John, to Matt's point, I know you and Terry travel, a ton and so forth. But when you think about it, and I'm sure it's been in your mind, like you would do very well on a hobby farm with cattle and chickens, because that food because again, the habits, the routines, knowing what the food is. Like I can see you doing very well, John, as a farmer, and I'm being very serious here. Like I think you'd be very well. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I totally agree, but I would be much happier if I had a bunch of people doing the shit that I didn't want to do.
Yes.
It's literally the shit part where you got to scoop all the shit. That's the part that is probably, it's definitely the biggest workout, right? Because shit's heavy.
Well, yes,
literally.
Yeah. Keith, John, and Matt this morning. Hey, so Keith and John have dogs. Matt, you have dogs?
Yeah, we have 1 dog, 2 cats, and 76 chickens.
So could you imagine being able to talk to your animals? Get this, boys, launched. It's now dropping. What the fuck is this, Kai and Jimmy? Let's put this on screen, man. There is now a dog collar. True story.
Hopes it comes through. I won't play.
Yeah. So
I'm hungry.
Just under a 95% accuracy rate. It wears it, and you can actually talk to your animals, and it communicates back with you. So it's using AI to interpret, and and apparently it works. So
here's my first question: Is it because it's correct right away, or because there's a metric in the communication where the dog realizes he makes a certain bark and he gets a certain outcome?
Well, that's fuck Anderson. That's brilliant, because that's like you're talking Pavlov's theory, and Neiman's asking the same thing. How do we know it's accurate? So you're right, and Matt. What I'm thinking it is right. If it doesn't
develop into being accurate,
yes. But it's interesting.
It's like I want food. I want food. I want food.
Yeah,
I want, like all day. I want food.
And then the moment you give it food, it knows that. Then it's okay. That's the word. It says I want food. But maybe we need to reach out to this company and get it as a sponsor on our show, so I can try one of these things out and see if it actually works. I don't know.
It'd be
man.
fun to put it on yourself and see what happens.
Well, Terry actually
have John talk to me through it.
Well, Terry has taught our dog sign language. Not a ton of it, but around food. Like, she can basically hand signal for them to sit and wait and put the food down, and then she has another hand signal that says, "Okay, go eat."
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I've heard. Oh, that's.
And it took them a month or 2 to get it.
Yeah,
but they realized very quickly if they follow those directions, they get the reward. If they don't, the food goes up where they can't get to it, and then they have to try again. Yeah. They don't fuck with that much.
No. Keith, John, and Matt hanging out this morning. We're talking chickens. We're talking some fun stuff this morning with our boy Matt Roast. Matt has been thinking 3 or 4 times here on the show. Hey, I got some words of wisdom. Jelly Roll. He says this. I've never met a 500-pound 40-year-old, which is why he changed his life. Jimmy, let's run this clip. Check this out.
For people that might be listening to this that are dealing with severe obesity, I want to give you this game. You will grossly overestimate what you can do in 90 days, but underestimating what you can do in a year when it comes to your health. Like, it was right around my 30, I turned 41 3 days ago, and it was right around my 39th birthday that I started really considering taking the step to try to make a major change in my life. And I thought about it around my birthday because I knew my next one was 40. You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't think I've ever met a 500-pound 40-year-old.
They don't
You know what I mean?
around very often. Usually that's when they
That's about
drop
it.
off.
No,
yeah.
that's when it, and it felt like I'd already cheated the game. I'd had multiple heart issues, you know.
Think about that, eh? I've never met
and I was like, man, I should.
I'm thinking about that. I've never met a 40-year-old 500-pound person. Talk about how
it's an interesting dynamic because rarely do you have a 500-pound person, man or woman, that actually has this fucking life where they're constantly on stage.
Yes.
So because he had this driving fucking purpose and love, he didn't turn himself into a hobbit. There's plenty of these fat fuckers out there, but you don't see them because they don't come out the house.
Well, Maddie.
It's interesting, Keith, that he said that he was 39 because there's a theory. Actually, I wrote about it in one of my books way back.
Yeah.
They call them 9 enders. So a 9 ender is somebody who's 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, anything that ends in a 9.
Oh.
And if you end in a 9, you are way more likely to run a marathon, train for a marathon, like all of these different things that people do, improve your health, get a divorce, change any kind of outcome.
No disrespect to the theory, but that is the fucking thought of an average fucking man if I've ever heard it. You got to wait.
I'm saying it's a well-proven theory.
Oh, I so agree. I so agree. And no disrespect at all. I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the average man. It's the same fucking idea of having a New Year's resolution. Why fucking wait 9 fucking months to have, set this big goal? Why wait 9 fucking years to actually have balls to pull the trigger?
So this is Matt. That's awesome because John is right. That theory, it makes so much sense, eh? That's the average person's theory. Wait till the 9th and then go before you get to the top
they
of
only
the year.
fucking they only do shit when the fucking alarms are going off.
It's like
they go, oh no, I'm gonna be 40. I better do something.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so bizarre. It's actually quite bizarre.
Well, and because you think about it, the average man, he runs from emergency to emergency in his life. He doesn't really do much way ahead. He's always waiting and something must be done before he does it. And this theory fits perfectly right into it, just like a resolution. That encapsulates mediocrity perfectly.
I never heard that before, but I believe it, Matt Rose.
That's
I still agree too.
Type it. It's called just the number 9 and ender. You type that into the search or into your AI, and it'll tell you all about it. It's a well-proven theory of the general population that, especially, I think the original study was done on people training for half marathons. More people train for half marathons if their birthday that year ends in
Well, the crazy part is, I mean, I so believe obviously you've proven as a fact, you found as a fact, but that is a summary, is what it is.
It's true. It's kind of giving you an idea of well, and the other thing is, like, I have a marketing company, right? And the idea of marketing is transformation.
Yes.
Right? You're not selling features or benefits, you're selling transformation. How do I get the person from who they are now to who they perceive themselves to be in the future, right?
Yes.
This is the transformation. And what happens is there has to be an instigating event in every story that somebody tells themselves. And that's comes from basic plot theory, right? Like movies and television shows. Every story, every movie you've ever watched, right, is Luke Skywalker is out, dust farming or whatever, moisture farming on his thing, the original Star Wars, right? And his parents get killed from the from the Empire, and that's the instigating event of the story. Every story has an instigating event. I was going along doing the same thing as always. An instigating event happened. things got bad, I had to find a guide or a coach or somebody to help me get over the hurdle. And I used their advice to finish the story and, overcome whatever the thing that I had to do was. That's every story that you ever watch, every movie you ever watch.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing goes for marketing. The same thing goes for health. The same thing goes for everything. That's how transformation happens. Is there needs to be an instigating event. And I think what Jon is saying here is maybe your instigating event should be realizing that you need to change something and just doing it now rather than waiting.
Instead of waiting for your license to tell you that,
Right.
you're now 39. Oh, it's time to fucking get to work. It's like it's like we're saying to you, not you, just rhetorically. Okay, you can take the next 9 years off, Jon, and then when you turn 39, you got a year to go to get after it again to get yourself ready for 40. And then you take the next 9 years off, and then you get one more year to get after it again, Jon, before you get to 50. It's so bizarre, Anderson, when you think about it. Actually,
Yeah, or why fucking wait until you have a fucking heart attack to take your health seriously?
We know, yeah, that happens often. Hey,
all the time.
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened yesterday. Let's put this on the screen here. Rose, did you hear about the enhanced games yesterday happening in Vegas?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so the enhanced games, it's so unlike the Olympics, unlike other sports for the last 100 years, these games were put on by a relatively wealthy dude out of Australia and welcoming folks to take anything enhanced. So not
anything. There's a list that they can take.
Yeah. I'm gonna get there. Yeah. So not this one, Jimmy. No, that's the wrong one. We want to get to the enhanced games or stuff, guys. So we got Thor Bjornsson doing. So there's a list of stuff that they're allowed to take. So steroids and human growth hormone. There's a whole cocaine, a whole Adderall, a whole bunch of stuff they're allowed to take. And last night, a bunch of world records were dropped. I guess apparently at this event. So Johnny, here's Thor doing his thing. Did you see it? Did you see it at all, Johnny?
I did not.
No. So he's doing his, I believe, the world record lift, 515 kilogram deadlift.
It blipped. There it goes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You did it so easy, Anderson.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure he's gonna go again and set a record nobody's gonna get very soon.
It's like, I'm just gonna lift up a car.
Well, that's
by myself.
That's what it looked like too. And there was
that's like 1,100 some pounds, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Yeah,
almost 1,300.
And what's a car? Like a little car's got to be.
Well, when you're just picking up one side, many cars are going to be less than that if you're picking up the back.
Oh yeah, of course. And then
we used to do that all the time. If we'd be out, contest is over, we're out fucking partying, running around in fucking parking lots, picking up the back end of cars, setting off alarms. Because the car thinks it's being towed.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy. And then we have Greek swimmer shattering the 50-meter world last night. This guy won a $1 million bonus. Kristen Goglimov, he a 50-meter, he did it in 20.81 seconds. The world record was 20.88 seconds. And this guy did it in almost a second less. And he won $1 million for this. So there was a bunch of things happening last night there in Vegas at the enhanced games. And then guys, and then Jon, get this here. So Polymarket, here's the stats that broke it down yesterday. Polymarket, 91% of the athletes use testosterone, 79% HGH, 62% stimulants like Adderall or modafinil, and 41% EPO under medical supervision. So it was backed by Peter Thiel, Donald Trump Jr., the Winklevoss twins, and they had $31 million spent on prizing and so forth. But almost 9 out of 10 people were jacked up on product for the event. I think this is the future, and I got no problem with it. Frankly, I'm actually glad it's finally happening. True story. Why not, guys?
Did you see the robot marathon?
I did.
In Beijing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so they're doing that. So I believe they're doing that just to show capabilities. That's just training, right? That's just training and teaching and showing us capabilities and stuff. That's what that is.
They like run instead of getting water like people normally did. They're like swapping batteries.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, Rose, we're gonna get you out of here in a quick second. But take a quick second to plug the agency. What are you up to these days, and what's going on in the world of marketing with Matt Rose and AI?
I think probably the biggest thing with AI right now is just the capability of image generators and video generators.
Yeah.
So they're coming along so quickly, so fast that most people don't have the ability to any longer distinguish between something that's been generated with a video generator.
Yes.
I think if people think they can spot something made with AI, what they're spotting is something that was made 6 months ago, right? Or using a cheaper version, right? Than whatever the cutting edge is right now. And I think the prospect of job loss is still a thing that people are concerned about with AI, but I think also I think some of those fears may be starting to give way to people more worried about like data center pollution and other things like that, which I mean, we don't have time to get into any of that right now, but that does seem to be people's fears seem to be a little bit assuaded.
Yeah.
And in the marketing world, I think you're seeing a high prevalence of automated AI commercials and things coming out.
Yes.
But for us at the agency, I think the success that we're seeing is using very minimal amounts of AI mixed with real footage. And that seems to be the winner for us right now. So that would be something like, we've got real footage of somebody sitting in the chair that our customer makes, and then maybe the sky wasn't correct, like it was a cloudy day, we want a sunny day, so we'll use the AI to make it a sunny day.
Yeah.
So we're using a mixture of real footage and almost using AI like special effects.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's the way I tend to like it too, because I like the reality of a real person, but then spice it up.
That's right. I'll tell you, the first time that I was on this show was a couple of years ago now, and we had taken just a static photo of a chair sitting next to like a bonfire.
Yeah.
And we used an AI video generator to make the fire move in the bonfire.
Oh,
and that was the first one that we made. That was probably 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Dwayne Whitaker is patiently waiting for us. We're going to bring him up here after reset hour 2. Hey, Matt, thanks for hanging out myself and Johnny this morning on a short notice. I know we had Jamie who was supposed to pop in, and I thought we could have some fun and talk chickens. And you're my favorite chicken wrangler.
That's right.
I was very privileged to get to be in your show a month back with yourself and Mick there. So I thank you for that. And I appreciate you tuning in to us on a regular basis. And I'm glad we can stay in touch, my friend.
Yeah, it's good to meet you in person there, John.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you too, brother. I was going to say thank you. You actually prompted my idea for the lifestyle tip.
There we go. All right, guys.
Awesome. Matt Roos is out of here.
Thanks,
the friend of the lab. He's a good brother on the lab here. Matt Roos joining myself and John Anderson this morning on Morning's Lab. All right, we got Dwayne Whitaker is going to join myself and John for the last 30.
I was going to say good because I'm going to have to take a dump after my lifestyle tip, so you'll have some company.
The morning decision that separates ambitious men from average ones. That conversation starts in about 3 minutes. But first of all, the lifestyle tip with Anderson, reset hour 2, and we're back with Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.
Lifestyle tip. All right. Here's really what it comes down to. You got to ask yourself the question, why wait? And this can apply to so many parts of your life. Why wait until you have a fucking heart attack to stop going through the drive-thru? Why wait until your pain of your reality becomes greater than the pain of change? Do you really need to have somebody close to you die before you finally wake the fuck up and realize maybe it's time to change your life? So the message is simple. Why the fuck are you waiting? Life is here for you. You're just letting it fucking slip by because you're telling yourself you'll do it tomorrow. So stop this fucking dumb shit. Recognize the pattern, because that's the biggest problem. Once you recognize the pattern, it becomes much easier to deal with. So ask yourself a question. Why are you waiting to change your life into the life you should be living? Rock and roll.
Good morning and welcome back to hour 2 of the show we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Our brother Matt Roast just dropped in for the last half an hour. I'm a huge fan of Roast, man. I am really fortunate that I got to meet Matt a couple years back, and he's become a friend of the show, a friend of mine, and a lot of the respect and a lot of love for the guy we call Matt Roast, the Chicken Wrangler. He's also an AI agency dude. Go find him on LinkedIn. 100%. Matt, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. Dwayne Whitaker is patiently waiting for us in the green room. And for those of you that don't know, Dwayne is now our official token boomer on Mornings in the Lab, 100%. So, Jimmy, we got to get him a shirt. Yep, the token boomer. So when Sterling and Preston go out there, we know we get the token boomer. He's going to join myself and Johnny. We're going to have a conversation about the morning decision that separates ambitious men from average ones. So there's 2 A's there. We wonder which one Dwayne falls on, the ambitious or the average. We know where he falls. And that conversation starts right now on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends.
The first decision you make today isn't business, it's identity. I hit snooze like it was harmless. Then I wondered why I kept breaking bigger promises. Snooze is a rehearsal for negotiating with yourself. If I can't keep a promise to my own alarm clock, why would my goals believe me?
Elite men don't need motivation day. They execute the baseline before their brain can vote. When your eyes open day, do you execute or do you negotiate?
Dwayne Whitaker, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, my brothers from another mother. What's up, baby?
How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm doing great. Every day above the ground is a great start. Everything else don't matter.
You sound like my dad. Ambitious or average? I know you're an ambitious man. Here's the question for you. What was the decision, and I'm being serious right now, no humor here. What was the decision you made last night that you knew was going to impact your morning this morning before you got a text from me? But seriously, was there a decision you made last night that was like, you know what, I'm going to make this one right now because it's going to impact my day tomorrow?
Absolutely. Last night, as I laid down, I always look at my calendar, see what I got going on for the next day.
Yeah.
And then if anything don't come up where I got to make any, sudden adjustments or whatever, I already know what I got in my head. So I already knew that I got some important documentation that I need to submit this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that and follow on through the rest of my day. So I jump up this morning, do my natural muscle memory exercises and whatnot, and wash my ass and keep it moving.
When you have you always been a guy who made decisions in the night before? Or have you always been a morning decision maker, or a bit of both?
Absolutely. The day before, I'm one of those people that likes to be in the know. So, you do it before the night before, right? The day before, sometime the week before, depending on what type of important projects I got coming up or whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, I had to be able to be fluid. Being in the military, in the army, stuff pops up right now. It's like, okay, this happened right now. You got to adapt and adjust and keep it moving.
I like calling it structured fluidity because it's like having a plan, but knowing that you have to have some fluidity with that plan.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And you got to be flexible because it kind of messes up your world. There's some people that's structured thinkers, and if things don't go, I like to equate that to illustration to Rain Man, which one of my favorite movies, one of my favorites. And if things are not structured, it's like autistic people. If things are not structured, their whole world is like it's big fluster for them. So it's a balance to be able to be structured, and like you said, I love that structured fluidity.
Yes,
be able to have some leeway to adapt and keep it moving.
Let's go here, Whitaker, because this is where I really struggle with, and I have my whole life with SMART goals, because I believe SMART goals are rooted in a society that doesn't exist anymore. SMART goals are rooted in like rigid structure. That's not what life is like now. I believe more like a flexible goal, which is radar and a compass, right? They're the same tool, but they're both very different, right? You have your radar to here's where I'm going to get you, but then there's the compass, right? And I find the same thing with people's routines. I believe, and I've been talking with my kids about this often, man, is get yourself sorted out the night before that next morning happens, and then give you room to move when you need to.
Absolutely. So let me share this with you. Yeah. And I receive what you're saying. If it's with the compass, you shoot in the Army, we used to call it shooting an azimuth. So I'm at one point and I take my compass and shoot an azimuth to where I want to go. Right. And then you run it through the woods and everything. And then you do what is called shooting a back azimuth to where you left from to see if you're on course.
Oh, yeah. So
to your point, is that fluidity, and then you're making a move and then going in the direction where you're going to go. A confused man has no direction. So you shoot your azimuth and then you're in the woods and whatnot. And just like flying, if 1 degree off would take you off 10 miles of where you got to go. So you want to shoot your azimuth and then get where you want to go, and to check your accuracy, you turn around and shoot back to where you left from to see if you're on course. So if you equate that to your day, I said, I'm going to do this, this, and this. Oh, shit, know what? Oh, car ran into a pothole. Somebody got robbed or whatever the case is, and you adjust and you keep it moving, So
because I have a sign in my gym here when I walk upstairs, it says the only time you should look behind you is to see how far you come.
Yep. And see if you're going in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing with your azimuth idea, isn't it?
Yes. It's like what they say, the old cliche. If you don't know where you're coming from,
yes,
you can't get accuracy on where you're going.
You also used a word that I heard, and I had somebody use this word with me a few months back, and it really impacted me. And I've really been leaning into it more often, is the idea that you said, I received your words, that you received me. And I got to tell you, man, when I had a conversation with somebody privately one day and I said something to him and he said, I received those words, man, did that make me feel good? Holy
It's acknowledgement. It's acknowledgement.
Yeah, but something so like I got to tell you, brother, growing up, I had never really heard that before. No. So when somebody said that to me, I felt so heard. Like I got goosebumps from that person because I was like, I wanted to walk myself close because I'm like, oh, wow, I've never heard that before. And the way he said, I received that. I was like, oh, is that you use that often?
That's huge. That is huge. I'll say I use the words I receive that, or I hear you, or I see you, because we whether we have totally different perspectives on something, we can agree to disagree. So by me letting you know that I hear you in communication, I just want to be heard. And then we could get past me trying to, because a lot of people try to convince you on their beliefs.
Yeah, convince. Yes.
And you don't have to. I hear you. I received that, or I acknowledge you. So, because that's really what I believe is the continuum of debates and arguments and things that people have, because we feel that we're not being heard and our opinions not being respected.
But I do. So it's funny because I've been talking with somebody. I've been coaching some folks on the last few days that I'm doing some business with Whitaker around choice of words, and they keep saying, for example, we help veterans. I'm like, no, you employ veterans. As a result of it, you help them, right? And it's the power of a word, right? So it's funny because when you say I hear you, that to me sounds more flippant than when you say I receive you.
I receive them.
That word, that word receive, when you say that to me, I really feel like it's because we don't use it often, and I feel like it's very intentional, where it's I hear you seems like it's a little more slang. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that goes along the lines of how we put value and sensitivity to words. Because when you think about it, me saying that I hear you, and I see how now the value that you put to me saying I hear you can be perceived as a little flippant, and I get that. But when you look at the actual definition or the meaning of it, even though it's a different intention, me saying I hear you, me saying I receive you gives a little bit more endearment to it.
100%.
And then or I see you, so So it all goes on to how people value words that they use, even though it can be the same. It's like me saying peace pipe, crack pipe, same shit.
Yeah.
Same shit. But I say peace pipe, there's a different meaning that society put to it, and as opposed to crack pipe, it's more negative connotation. But both of them are freaking pipes. So.
Dwayne, so we're talking words. We're talking the power of words. This is fascinating, by the way. So we are all of a generation where there was a period of time where a number of high profile Black humans decided to take ownership of a word and decide that we're going to use it because we want to basically desensitize it to society. Do you believe in that approach, or do you not agree with that approach? Like there's and I'm talking like, it seems like it was like a bunch of the rappers, like big cultural rappers. There was Jay, there was Kanye, there was a bunch of words, a bunch of the rappers using the N word. And I heard him on Oprah saying, I'm going to use this word because I want to desensitize. I want to use the word so that society gets desensitized to it. Do you agree with that, Dwayne?
I personally disagree with it because if Rick, quick shout out to my other brother from another mother. What's up, John?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I was rooting to cheer you on, man, on your recovery, man. I'm glad you're thicker and stronger than ever.
Right on, brother.
But it's it's to me, I think it's a form of hypocrisy.
I agree with you. Yes.
If that's my dad used to say, you can't speak with a forked tongue or speaking both sides of your neck. Either you with something or you're not with it. So to your point where people saying the celebrities are using in the rap game, same with the N word.
Yes.
All right. So culturally or traditionally over the years, that was supposed to have been a derogatory word. Now you have people who are non-brown and Black people using the word in an endearment form. Oh, this is my N, and this is my. Yeah. I see people using in lyrics and rap songs, and I'm like,
I don't like it.
So that to me is just people following a culture or what people set to be as a norm and not thinking for themselves, not standing up for what they believe in is right, wrong, and different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how can I say that I hate this word today? This is the most foul word that I could use. And then 10 years later, it's like, it's common, I accept it. So, many people in society will be followers, and not many people want to stand up for what they think is right, wrong, and different, not worry about the backlash of what other people say, because that's one of our 6 basic needs. We want to be accepted, and we want people to accept what we say, and we want to be liked. So I think I don't like the word.
No, I knew
on that 6 basic need, I think people get very confused on who the fuck they want to be accepted by.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Spot on, John.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like you're being fucking fat and lazy is accepted. Well, you're being accepted into the club of the fucking people you're trying to escape. Well, how does this fucking work?
Yeah.
I want to be called extreme. I want to be called all these things that they think is I take care of myself. You don't. Okay. Your deal, my deal, but I don't want acceptance from you.
Right. So Dwayne, there's one thing, because I know you listen to our show regularly, and you're definitely a big contributor. Anderson is a man of words. Like, John, you are a good man of using the right words, selecting words. We're talking the power of words. And I don't know if you heard Johnny was talking with somebody I'm working with, and they kept saying, we help veterans. And I'm like, no, you employ veterans. Yes, they're one and the same, but when you turn the word to employ, there's an immediate value. Help seems charitable. Anderson, and it came up, Johnny, because Dwayne used the word, I received something that I said, and it made me feel really good. Anderson, you are a good articulator of language yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Seriously, 100%, because you listen very intently, but you also are very selective with the words that you use.
Well, then there's also but I don't know, I didn't hear the beginning of the conversation, so forgive me if you guys already covered this, but then there's interpretation. You know what I mean? Like, how do you interpret the word? Like, last segment, I've brought up cockfighting.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking 2 fucking roosters. Keith is thinking the shit he used to do with Bobo with their dicks.
Bumping dicks.
That's it. They're having sword fights,
minute. Were you standing next to me in the urinal on the weekend having a sword fight? You did that too?
No, that's only happened on your farm.
Oh my God.
Hey, Dwayne, so we haven't talked to you since your cruise, and your wife is not around. I don't think she's listening. So how was the cruise? Was it really good, or was it?
Yo, that shit was off the hook. I mean, we're both natural cruisers. We love cruising, but this one was different because of the fact that it was only 3 stops, and most cruises stop one place each day, one location each day. What made this one stick out so different was because we only had 3 stops. It was stretched out, of course, of 9 days, but in between each stop, we were at sea for like a day and a half, and that was beautiful, man. Oh my God. You could put me in the middle of the ocean and just leave me there. Literally.
I could not see John Anderson on a cruise, Dwayne Whitaker. Could you?
Oh yeah.
No, I could not. There's no way. He'd go bonkers. I think he'd go
bonkers. What are you talking, dude? That whole it's like think of it like a fucking really fun prison. I mean, you got everything you need there.
What you said, John, I hear that a lot, and I'm one of those people. I'm a freedom loving people. I like to get up and go whenever I get ready. I want to move when I feel like it. But the ships that we get on is literally big as a city.
Well, but check this out, bro. This is a perfect example of interpretation, because I said that it's kind of an inside joke, because I tell Keith all the time, with my rhythm in life, I could go to jail and I could find the rhythm in jail and be happy. So all of a sudden, it's all I was saying is it's like finding a rhythm in a boat. It's a piece of cake. I get there first. I've been on a number of cruises. The first 4 hours I'm on there. Once I get settled in, I'm walking around. I'm finding the shit I need. Where's the gym? Where's this? Where's that? I plan my fucking day and off I go. And then, it's the thing I don't like about cruises is even when they do the best they can to give you the food, the cooks are really fucking cool. And they're always like, oh, we'll do this before you do that. But they can only give you what the resources they have. Right. And so I'm not used to the food. That's the hardest part for me. But outside of that, it's fucking great.
Cheryl had that challenge too, because Cheryl's a pescatarian. She doesn't eat meat. So even when we're not cruising, we make it a point of people know we go to a function event. They know that she does not eat meat, and there's a lot of things that she will not eat. And then that's accommodating to you. Yeah, she's one of those people. And meanwhile, I'm a carnivore. I eat everything moving, meat and stuff like that. But even with the time when she went vegan, I was open-minded enough and adventurous enough to go to vegan restaurants. I loved it. I was, to be open-minded, because if you don't know what you don't know until you try it, except being on the bang bus,
Jordan will not forget that moment.
That shit was traumatizing, man.
Especially with a fucking gay guy driving the motherfucker.
I also, it's funny when you mention vegan, non-vegan, or however you want to talk about it. So what I will say about vegan diets or vegan food is that sometimes I hate the labels. I just want to eat good food. Good food. I don't care if it's got a piece of meat in it or something. It's like I want to eat good, flavorful food.
Well, and the thing about vegan is you can start off doing that, but at a certain point you get depleted of minerals.
100%.
And then you fall into the classic what they say about vegans. It's real fucking simple. It's either they're mad as hell or they cheat on their diet.
Yes. Yeah. I think 7-Eleven exists for vegans, Johnny, because it's all the closet vegans going there when everybody else isn't watching and looking. They're sneaking in there and grabbing their food and sitting in their car and eating it. Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. No.
I swear to God, on my social media, right? We make jokes. The whole team makes jokes about it. There's all the haters, right? So there's the haters that don't reveal themselves. No profile picture. You go to their account. There's nothing posted.
Yes.
They just throw fucking turds. And then there's the other one that throws similar types of turds, easily as offending and everything like that. And you go to their fucking page in there. It's a normal fucking page. And the first thing under their goddamn profile is I'm vegan.
Cheryl says, I was my heaviest ever as a vegan. And then Sullivan says, vegans' body temperature is low. They're often cold. Meat, fish, chicken, red meat heats up the bod. I think
that's part of the problem is people go to these titles. They're trying to lose weight.
Yes,
fuck, man,
100%.
Jesus Christ, there's there's just I don't know. I think it's doing it for the wrong purpose is what it's. Anytime you're doing something for the wrong purpose, you're going to end up fucking having a lot of false starts.
Yes,
and probably not making it to the finish.
Yeah,
that's back to what we said earlier, John. When you don't know what you don't know, so let's look at the people. Me wanting to lose weight, so I try this, I try that. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody's an expert. You listen to 100,000 people giving you advice, and you don't know. So now you try this vegan thing, and then you know there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. Like Cheryl said, she was probably the heaviest that she was as a vegan.
Yeah,
you know, she said I've never been a heavy vegan. So to your point, John, we don't know, and we search for information and data, and we put a certain level of trust in it. You don't know what you're doing, so. How do I find somebody who knows what they're doing? You know, and that's where I learned. I started using this phrase recently about opinions and advice. You know, it's a big difference. You know, everyone has an opinion, but you can only give me advice. I want to take advice from someone that's in a place in life that I would want to be. But we take advice from everybody, which is
that's why I'm loving all the 20 and 30-year-olds offering longevity advice these days. Like, wait a minute, you're 35. How are you offering me longevity advice? You haven't even lived fucking half the life.
You still got Similac dripping off your ears. How the fuck you gonna give me advice on doing something that I've never been, you know? But you know, that's how we do. That's human nature. We do that.
Hey, Dwayne, did you grow up watching X-Files, Mulder and Scully?
I saw it. I wasn't like tuned into it, but I watched it a couple of times, and it was interesting, mysterious, and stuff like that. So, but I never really locked into it.
You also went to the U.S. military, right? You're in the military.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen. So we've all been taught as people go look over there because something might be happening over there. Hey, Jimmy Sterling, what's going on with the UFO stuff?
Pentagon just dropped another stack of UAP files, 51 videos, audio, documents. Not rumors, military sensor footage, and it's dated all the way through 2025. AARO says there's no confirmed origin, but the headline isn't Little Green Men. It's unresolved objects in restricted airspace. That's security, not sci-fi.
Now the wild part. Insiders claim the White House is weighing how to brief the public on what's still unexplained. If that's true, this story just moved from fringe to political.
Well, apparently, I'll use apparently. The administration is getting ready to reveal some stuff to humanity that we are not alone. Now, I know there's a big event happening over there right now, Iran, and there's a big event happening over there in the South, Venezuela, and there's another event coming in November, an election, but apparently that they're going to release news that we are not alone, and they're trying to figure out how to tell society that there's aliens around us. Boys?
I mean, I think we're the most fucking, we'd be so fucking stupid to think.
Well, that's exactly.
That we're the only fucking creatures in this fucking huge universe that we don't know anything about.
Period. I agree with you, Whitaker.
That was a mic drop, John. You said it all in a big package.
But how is society going to react, though?
Well, you know, here's the thing.
They didn't fucking kill us already. They're not going to kill us tomorrow.
Yeah. It's you know, I've seen a lot of stuff that, you know, people, you couldn't talk about it, top secret and all this stuff and whatnot. And the reality is, if the public knew how much possible harm or danger was floating around us all the time, from chemical to this and bio this and all kinds of threats and everything else, people do what they do naturally. They panic. So if you notice, let's take a look back. Remember, I'll tell you about the back azimuth. Where we are now, let's look back and see how the public was slowly exposed to alien activities and people that we're not used to. What E.T.
Yes.
Independence Day.
Yes.
You know, so it's a drip process.
Yes.
And then you got Men in Black and all that stuff.
Terminator.
So, yeah, Terminator and all this stuff. So
that's AI. That's them breaking AI to us.
Hello. And that's exactly what. So if you hit the public with boom, people do naturally, they panic. But now if you drip on them a little bit, they say, oh, I seen this. Oh, so pretty soon you get conditioned to see a two-headed person next to you in the line in the supermarket. Like, oh, I knew about this. So it's exposure, it's slow exposure. And that's called,
what the National Enquirer is all about. You see that thing in there when you're in the grocery store.
Yeah. It's called narrative. I was talking a couple years ago about this network we were building. Well, we have a network now. So it's called planting seeds to narrative. Some would see that last year when all those weather balloon incidents were happening across America and the world, that was setting us up for things that were happening. I'll tell you what was setting us up for things that were happening. When we were growing up and turning the TV on, well, Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner were chasing Sasquatch through the jungle. Remember this? So, John, this was what Sasquatch looked like when we turned the TV on at night. And this is, remember this fucking thing, Dwayne? So there we go. There's a $6 million. There he is, Lee Majors, $6 million man. This was classic Friday night television for me. There's this Bigfoot. Yeah.
That is the most real looking footprint I've ever seen.
I remember that clearly.
Somehow that Bigfoot hit the ground and all of the fucking dirt raised up and went over all the straw.
Oh, we now have crime scene investigator John Anderson joining Mornings in the Lab now.
John's on my team.
I love it.
But I will, from a concept standpoint, I will say, not using Sasquatch as the subject.
Yes.
I believe there's so much shit that we haven't discovered in terms of, God knows what, whether it be the bottom of the ocean or in the aliens. It's a concept. I think it's a drip. As my man's talking about here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You create what is called that top of mind awareness. Right now you turn around and give somebody a piece of paper and I could write a word on a piece of paper and tell you, okay, I'm going to buy your sneaker for you. What brand would you buy? Most people would probably say Nike. Why? Because they dump a lot of money into the economy for advertisement. So I might be a New Balance type person, but I might think of Nike first because everywhere I turn, it's a subliminal drips. And it's the process of communicating, but subliminally just dropping signs all the time. So a lot of people, like you say, a lot of people are not leaders like a John or Keith would be, or thinking independently. And then a lot of people, I'm going to say that I was that type of kid or that guy that what everybody's doing, I'm purposely going the opposite direction. If it didn't make sense to me, it didn't feel right to me, I'm going to question it. Why are we doing this? I remember working, people would say, oh, they said. I said, who the fuck is they? Who is they? I don't know when they.
Don't even get me with the they. Oh, hey, by the way, thanks for complimenting me on being the leader too, because most guests who come on the show always think that John's the leader and John's like, so and I'm just.
It's not hard to fucking recognize. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's an instinct, for God's sake. Leaders don't give them fucking self-proclaimed nicknames and stick to it.
Oh, wow. Someone did say that years ago. I heard that in history. They said a leader or a prophet never identifies himself. The people identify them as
exactly.
You never identify yourself. But
I love it. I love it. So
you still handsome, brother. I don't care what nobody says.
So I'm speaking of handsome. I gotta say before you boys go, Dwayne, you're looking quite refreshed today, man. Did you get a good sleep last night? Did you shave? Dude, you're looking super handsome today.
You close. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. But you picked it out. I got rid of the goatee.
Yeah, that's what it is, dude.
I'll get rid of it. Cheryl likes it, and she said I'm sexy both ways. I keep my sexy on as a boomer, but she said I've been sporting the rocking the goatee a lot, and then sometimes. So the other day I just said, I'll switch off.
It's fun to mess with this shit. I'm about ready to go back I'm going to trim my stash back in today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the young man sitting in the green. I don't recognize that dude there. But
Dwayne, do it with me. Let's do like one of these guys, just a little bit curve, and then this guy right here.
Yeah, I keep that. But you take it all the way down, though, right?
Just got to turn the corner, right? Because I can't go below here because then it turns all fucking gray. It looks really good. I got to cut it off right there.
Right. No, that gray is distinguished, bro. Keep that gray.
I like the gray, but when I try to run it down, it turns into gray, and you almost can't even see it. And it's like, So I clip it right after the turn.
Okay.
Right? And that's where I clip it.
In.
Yeah, and then leave that in.
Now yours comes in color here and there, and mine's will mix up. So I noticed that mine's will get gray. My gray will come in there. But where I'm gonna start, people are like, you don't use just for men. I said, fuck that. Don't fight it.
Use what?
Some people use just for men and dyeing it and keeping the color in. I was like, no,
Dude, that is the fucking worst. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I never used it, man. Never. Own you. There's only one fingerprint that you have. Be you, own it, and make people run to it. That's it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Dwayne Whitaker hanging out. So I'm really glad, Dwayne, you're here right now because I was sitting at my daughter's dance recital on Friday. I made it, guys. I made it through it.
Question. Sorry to interrupt you. This question is, I got the impression from John, and I'm going to ask the question for John.
Yes.
At the recital, I'm sure it's beautiful, but did you have a tutu on with her?
No, I did not.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
You fuckers, both of you.
No, I'm not.
What's going on?
The habits rub off on John to me. You know I never come for you, brother. But John.
Well, see, here's the thing. He's a crafty little fucker. You got to position these questions just right. Did you have a tutu on under your normal clothes?
Okay, there you go.
See, now he doesn't want to answer that question.
I love you, Keith. I love you, brother.
But I'll tell you boys something. I got a Jon Before You Go because you don't know what's under my kilt. John.
There'll be nothing under that motherfucker.
Hey, Jon, before you go, did we just watch a full-grown elephant strut through a puddle like it owns the street in everyone's eyeballs? Dude's walking like, I brought the trunk and the bonus trunk, swinging like a wrecking ball next to a fresh pile of receipts.
And the caption's a proverb. An elephant isn't overwhelmed by its own tusk. Translation, mind your business, I'm built for this.
That's not confidence, that's a public service announcement. The pavement's wet, the swagger's dry, and the internet's in therapy. Also, animal reproduction researcher posting it like it is National Geographic. Meanwhile, we're over here screaming, sir, put that thing on a leash.
Hey, John, don't act mature now. We already saw your eyes. Sit down and commit to the bit.
These poor motherfuckers are backstage Rochambeauing on who gets to play with that thing first.
This is massive.
Yeah, that's a piece of meat right there.
That is a massive penis.
Wow.
That is like, I know the size of the elephant is big, but you see that like that is it is a fucking leg.
Yeah.
Another leg, man.
Another leg. Oh my God. Dwayne, brother, I appreciate you hanging out this last minute today. I thought we'd have some fun with you. We haven't caught up in a while. You were great in the comments last week. So I always enjoy hanging out with us, man.
I love hanging out with you guys, man. You guys rock, man. I don't get to I dropped some comments on, but y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all on fire.
Awesome.
There's a lot of looky-loos out there too, man. A lot of people peeping and checking it like, damn, this shit is different. And then next you know, people follow.
It's different.
There's a lot of sheep out there, man. Own your shit. I love you guys, man.
Own our shit. Yes, we do. We do.
You, brother.
All right, Dwayne, take care, my bro. We'll see you later, okay?
Great to see you, my
Absolutely,
brother.
man.
All right.
See you on the next loop, man.
You
love, guys.
All right, Johnny, I'm walking you out of here as well. Dwayne's awesome, man. I'm a big fan of Dwayne Whitaker. He's a good shit, eh?
Yeah, he's got some value in what he says, which is
100%. Yeah, 100%. Hey, what are you doing today? What's going on in your world?
Let's see. We have guests here. So
yeah.
So we have Terry's brother and his wife are here. And
okay.
Then, they'll be here for today. Then we have another set of guests coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, just fucking enjoying life, baby.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I got some big meetings today, brother. I got a big one here coming up a couple later this morning, but taking over from Friday. Lot of exciting activity happening behind the scenes. Tomorrow we got Seth Pepper, Johnny.
Well, thank God it looked like we had our just a nudge conversation just in time.
Oh, it's time to nudge you out of the lab, Mr.
There we go.
Hey, actually, speaking about that, just verbally, I know that I owed you something on paper, but we have words there. So I know.
Brother, listen, that piece of paper is worth
exactly
nothing because
correct.
your word is what matters to
And
me.
that's your word is matters to me as well.
With me, so the paper is just so we don't fucking forget a series of digits. That's all it is.
Exactly. Seth Pepper, a former elite swimmer, is joining myself and John tomorrow on the big show. The guy narrowly missed the Olympics, which means he knows exactly what it likes to live at the edge of elite performance. He's hanging out with us tomorrow, my brother. You have some fun with your family today, and I'm gonna have some fun with my shit today too.
Let's rock, my brother.
All right, brother. We'll see you
have
tomorrow.
a good loop. See you tomorrow, my brother.
All right, John, it's out of here. My brother from another mother, the guy I love as much as anybody, John Anderson, as well as Dwayne Whitaker, one of our token boomers on the show this morning, as well as always, Dwayne is hanging out with us. All right, 62 seconds apparently I have before I come back with a monologue this morning that might affect people. Well, I'm just going to pull it up here quickly. It is so Neiman, I'm seeing your so hold on there, Neiman. I'm seeing your terminology here. Baby boomer and boomers. Aren't they the same? Neiman, I think they're the same. I think Neiman's confused. Nation, I think we got I think we got to straighten our edge of our very own Melissa Neiman. I think she's confused. I thought boomers were the same. And I'm being very serious here. I thought baby boomer and boomer were actually just a shortened version of baby boomer and boomer. Maybe I'm learning something here now. Oh, I see Cheryl Whitaker's comments. Who's my favorite Whitaker now? Oh, okay, listen, people, us, all of us. I have something. I'm thinking that people don't have attention problems. Yeah, see, I knew it. Neiman is totally wrong. Yes, so we all know, guys. Let's teach our very own. Yes, because we like to take ownership of people here. Our very own Melissa Neiman. That baby boomer and boomer are one and the same. The good news is that Neiman is now one word smarter today. Yeah, true story. Yeah, just think about that. So her whole life she's been thinking that they were different. We just gave her. We made her much more efficient. I know, good time. Yeah, good. We're teaching her shit today. 100%. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you guys something too. I taught my little daughter here. So I said to her, I asked her a question. I said, so what are you thinking right now? She says, nothing. I said, oh, you're lying. She says, what? She goes, nothing. I says, no, actually, you're thinking about something. She says, what do you mean? I go, you're thinking about at least 9 letters because you spelled nothing. She's like, oh. Yeah, so there you go. What are you thinking about? Because it took some time to think the N, the O, the T, the H, the I, and then you had to put it together. There you go. So you are actually always thinking about something. There you go. Neiman's seen the light. Baby boomer, our very own token. Dwayne Whitaker, our token boomer. All right, 62 seconds. You do not have an attention problem. You have a sobriety problem. Coming up, 62 seconds.
We don't have an attention problem. We have a sobriety problem. We keep reaching for stimulation because quiet makes us feel exposed. Distraction isn't relief, it's avoidance. We trade presence for a steady drip of noise, then wonder why we feel numb. We call it staying connected. It's often sedation. We let headlines and clips pick our mood before we pick our standards. The bill shows up fast. We lose patience at home and clarity at work. People feel us half listening, and trust leaks out. Focus isn't boring. We're just conditioned to need a hit. If we can't sit with discomfort, we'll obey whatever pings loudest. Calm is chosen. Sedation is administered. If we don't guard our attention, the culture will rent it out all day. Morning is the first pour. If the phone speaks first, our day becomes reactive. We start serving everyone else before we lead ourselves. Keith's about to put words to what we've been living. This isn't about productivity. It's about owning our mind again. Morning begins here.
We do not have attention problems. No, we, all, us humans, we have sobriety problems. There you go. I'm putting it out there. Boom. There's the hook, Jimmy. Yeah, that's it. Period. Done. The monologue is over. And I don't mean alcohol. No, I mean stimulation. Yes, this idea that's dopamine, noise, outrage, scrolling, screens, notifications, artificial urgency, just craziness going on. These little hits that take all day long, yet they just pretend that they're normal. And then we say to ourselves, oh, we can't focus because there's just too much. Yeah, exactly. Good time. Adderall. But maybe that's not the real issue. maybe the issue is that focus feels boring now. When's the last time you put your phone down and said, I'm going to be bored? It's awesome because Brooke, you said to Lauren last week, she was, I'm bored. You know what Lauren's response was? Good. And she encouraged her to be bored. And I was like, yes. And I was loving it. I was listening quietly. And she's like, no, I want you to be bored. I want you to go figure out how to be bored. And I fucking loved it because we're so used to being constantly stimulated that she's like, no, go be bored. And maybe the issue is that our nervous systems have been trained to expect constant output. Maybe that's what it's been. And as we look back in the last 20 years, it's been nothing but a ping, a headline, a clip, a fight, a message, a market update, a podcast, a reel, a group chat, a new term for something, terms we hadn't even heard about. Now we got a reel. What the hell is a reel? Yeah. And then notifications that make us for notifications. Oh, did you turn your notifications on for not the notifications for the notifications? What? I just want to be notified. Yeah, because the notification makes us feel wanted for 3 seconds. And hey, Whitaker, who doesn't want to be wanted for 3 seconds? Fuck, are they peering into my sex life? Yeah, I was wanted for 3 seconds and it was over with. There you go. And then we just sit back and we say to ourselves, oh, that's just modern life, though. That's just modern life, waking up and feeling shitty and having a big, you know. But it's not life. We talked about it earlier with the release of like the UFO files. It's a drip, this constant drip of stimulation. And most people, I believe anyways, are walking around like functional addicts pretending that we're just, oh, here comes the word. Busy. Hey nation, can we invite people to choose a different word here? I'm just going to pause my monologue for a second here. Nation, let's start choosing accomplished instead of busy. Oh man, I'm accomplished today. Oh, I got a lot accomplished today instead of I'm busy. And maybe we can take the A word in the alphabet instead of the B word. Accomplishment instead of busy. Because most people are walking around life as functioning adults and functioning addicts pretending that they're busy instead of accomplishing something. Oh, fuck. That just drives me nuts, actually. Oh, my God. I observe people around me that say to me, dude, you're working all the time. Well, no fucking shit. I'm trying to change the world with what I'm building. And then they sit back bitching going, yeah, but I'm not making any money and I'm not doing anything. Well, because you're not fucking working. No, you're not. Work is not 6-8 hours. Work is 16, 18 hours. That's not hustle. No, that's called becoming Kobe Bryant. That's called becoming the greatest there ever was. Yeah, true story. And that is the uncomfortable part. We've normalized being mentally intoxicated. There, I said it again. They said it again. Not drunk. No, not high. But overstimulated, overfed, overinformed, over-entertained. Listen, all you need every single day is 2 hours of Keith and John. And of course, 30 minutes with Matt before that. And then of course, an hour with Cheryl on Wednesdays. My point is, we're always over-entertained. We're always over-triggered today. We're always under-present. That's why when it's silent, it feels weird. It's like, my brain's out loud. I'm bored. Yeah. That's why boredom for most of us, for many of us, for a lot of us, feels like danger. Could you imagine standing in line right now without checking your phone? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine going to a restaurant right now or going to a grocery store and standing there without your phone and not being bored? You're going to be going, what the hell am I doing right now? I need something to look at. That's why some of us can't sit without our thoughts for 5 minutes without reaching for something. That's what we do. Anything. I got to grab something and fiddle. Because the moment the noise stops, the truth, oh, baby. Yeah, I dropped that word out there. I put it out there. I put the big word on the table. Truth. Because when the moment the noise stops, the moment the notifications die, your own mirror, your own truth starts talking to you. And that's the truth that a lot of people do not want to hear. They're like, holy fuck, I got to deal with shit right now. Yeah, you do. Yep, you sure do. They don't want to hear how tired they are. They don't want to hear how angry, how lonely, how unclear they communicate. It's funny because, again, sidetrack on my monologue. It's widely observed in the world of AI right now that artificial general intelligence or superintelligence is here. The biggest problem is humans don't know how to fucking communicate with it. Make me a post. What? The fuck is that? So what do we do instead? We don't want to learn. What do we do, Neiman? I know what we do. Every human does the easiest fucking thing. They go back to their feed. Why? Because the feed is easier. The feed always has another hit. It's consumption. There's nothing to do. It's just somebody else's opinion. Oh, it's somebody else's outrage. It's not even your outrage. And here's the thing. It's actually somebody else's fantasy, yet you get so fucking caught up in it. And I know this. It's another person to compare yourself to. Oh, yes. The world of FOMO. And then, hey, Whitaker, we talk about moving forward and being behind. Another reason to feel behind when we don't have to deal with our own truth. But here's the trick. Here's the trick. The internet, yeah, the www, tells you that it's helping you stay connected. Is it though? But a lot of the time, it's actually keeping us sedated. Think about that for a quick second. Not calm, no, just sedated. That's why I talk about sobriety. There is a difference in all of this, you guys. Calm, chosen. Sedation? Sedation? What is it? Sedation's administered. Think about that for a quick second. And right now, I will invite you to consider this. Our culture, the culture of the world that we are living in right now, is administering sedation at scale. Look at these devices. People are not distracted. We're just being conditioned. Drip, 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 drip. Conditioned to avoid discomfort. Conditioned to outsource the attention. To chase novelty. Oh, baby. Yeah. Novelty is absolutely what we chase. And conditioned to confuse stimulation with a meaning. Remember what I said earlier? Are you busy or are you accomplishing shit? Because there's a difference. And that is why this monologue today matters. Because a man, a woman, a person who is part of the generation we call X, or the baby boomer generation, or the boomer generation, or whatever generation you want to call, cannot sit in a quiet and just let back and hear themselves. No. A man who cannot hear himself cannot lead himself. Yes, you heard me say it out loud. John talks about it all the time. Go look in your own fucking mirror, because if you can't hear yourself, and if you can't lead yourself, how are you expected to lead your family? How are you expected to lead your friends? How are you expected to lead your business? And that's not even fucking wisdom. Nope. It's usually the loudest thing in the room, the most emotional thing, the most manipulative thing, the thing designed to keep you watching. And that is why mornings, like we do every single day, matter. Not because they're magical, even though they are with myself and John and even Whitaker on the show list, because mornings are where the first hit usually happens. It's why I'm building this show. Yeah, disguised as a morning habit. Because my goal is for you to reach over and pick up that cigarette. Yeah, you heard me say it, that we call mornings in the lab. Before you hit the floor. You're picking up the phone anyways. Before you have chosen that frame, the feed that all that noise, somebody else's inbox is offering you all that noise. Before you have remembered who you are in the world is already selling you an emotion. You're not even on the bed. You're on your phone and you're fucking worked up because somebody has shown you something that creates fear, creates urgency. It creates comparison. Oh, baby. FOMO. A little bit of FOMO? A little bit of FOMO? Yeah. Or that outrage. How could they fucking do that? And then after you take that first hit, or the day has its hands all over you. And that's why I believe the modern man, yeah, I'm going to say it, needs a kind of attention sobriety. Not perfection, not even monk mode, not some fake productivity fantasy. No, literally sobriety. Just that clean stretch of time when nobody else gets to pour noise into your head. That morning where you're not reaching for stimulation before you reach for yourself. If you can read between the lines and the red thread of this monologue, This monologue is really all about looking in your own fucking mirror. For a moment where you ask, what do I actually think? Not what they all fucking think. What do I actually need? What matters today? What am I avoiding? Where am I being pulled? And where do I even need to lead? Guys, that's not soft. That's power over yourself, because the world is full of men, full of women, full of humans who are available to everything except, get this, coming up straight up to you. Here's some fucking truth. They're available to everyone except their own life. You've seen that person. You've seen it yourself. Your inbox, the market. Oh, I gotta get into the markets because right now this stock is popping. If you're going there, you're already too fucking late. You're always available to the comments. You're always available to the strangers. You're always available to the outrage. You're always available to the distraction. You are making yourself available to be busy, not to be accomplished. So no, I don't think we just have attention problems in society today. I think we have sobriety problems. And the cure? The cure is this. It's not another app. And it's actually probably not even another hack. No, it's probably deeper than that. And it's not another screen time report that you can ignore. You know how you get it every Sunday? Hey, you've been on your screen this long this week. Who pays attention to that? I don't. No, maybe it's learning how to be present again without needing to be entertained. Maybe it's learning how to be bored again. Maybe it's learning how to start the day before the machine starts you. Maybe it's this. Maybe all you Gen X brothers and sisters like me out there are like, Billis, but I'm already beyond all that. I don't believe you. I believe you're probably putting on a fucking act, and today's monologue is an attention alert, an attention awareness for you. Maybe today is the day where you learn how to choose yourself before somebody else. Maybe today's the day where you choose your attention like it actually matters, with intention, because it does. Your attention, my friends, that attention that you have, it's not a small thing. Think about this. That attention that you have, that's your life in motion. And if you don't give, and if you give away that attention long enough, like you do every single day without awareness, if you give away that attention long enough, don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised, friends. I'm warning you. I'm just going to warn you. If you give away that attention long enough, don't be surprised when your life starts feeling like it belongs to somebody else.
Today's lineup is heavy. We are talking mental health, rock bottom, and taking a sick day for your brain.
All right, listen, LISN. These are heavy hitters, which means Keith is absolutely gonna roast at least one of these creators alive.
True story.
I got $20 says he roasts the LinkedIn piece. Taking a sick day just for a Monday blank? That is a strong nominee for a rant.
I will take the YouTube guy.
You two are unbelievable, but I'll hold the cash. All right, handsome chief, you're up.
All right, nation. Hey, just a heads up. A big shout out to the team here this morning. To those of you that got your eyes on the screen this morning, I don't know about you guys, but I'm noticing something. I'm noticing that the quality of output has increased significantly. I'm just noticing. If you guys aren't paying attention, I can see a little bit of Omni in the house. I don't know, Neiman, but I can see it. The characters looking real. The environment's looking better. There's a fluidity. It looks like there's a lot of reality happening. Big shout out to our very own Melissa Neiman, my collaborator, my partner in all this. Lots of love for Neiman. She is fucking rocking it. Just Neiman though, not Kai or Jimmy. So guys, we're just loving Neiman today. Just put Kai and Jimmy over there. We'll deal with them later. Neiman, great job. 100% fucking awesome, man. I am loving it. You know what I love, guys? Can I tell you what I love about a leader? I'll tell you what, because I love leading. I love leading. I love being a leader and I love leading others. There's nothing that I get more gratitude out of is seeing somebody who wants to fucking go far and then helping them get there. right? And last week I was saying to the team, I'm like, guys, we know we can make better content because they know it. And sometimes you just got to kind of float the balloon to say, hey, it's time for us to kind of, it's like mountain climbing, right? So, okay, guys, we're here. We're doing really good at it. How do we get up here next? And I just love fucking just kind of floating the balloon and then letting leaders take the balloon and take it in a direction. And then when I see what happened this morning, I'm just fucking full of goosebumps right now because there's nothing more fulfilling, Neiman, as a leader and a colleague, when you say something to somebody, and Whitaker, you know what I'm talking about, when you say something and then it just connects and then you see the magic happen. It's like giving somebody a seed and then planting the seed in the ground and then over time watching that plant grow and you're like, yes. And you watch the person nurture it. Man, there's fucking nothing more fulfilling than that. So Neiman, great fucking job. I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. All right. Apparently there's bets on today's monologue. Yeah. Apparently there's bets on today's monologue. I'm sorry. Apparently there's bets on today's community corner. And I will admit, I have not had a chance to look at today's community corner. Before we do, let's go to the comments. We got back up to the top there. We got Dwayne dropping off with a great monologue. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate that, brother. Listen, I think that is a massive situation in today's world. Yep, 100%. We got Petro dropping in saying, no, we got good time. Kyle Busch passed away, put in the work in true story, man. Sad. Hey, good time. Did you hear about this one? Richard Childress Racing is saving the number 8 car for Brexton. It's pretty fucking cool, eh? They're going to semi-retire it, put it over there on the shelf, and bring Brexton's 11 or something like that. And when he's old enough, they got the car ready for him to drive the car that his dad was in. It's sad, but it's also a pretty awesome gesture. We got our very own John Petrocelli coming in saying, seriously, many people with an ADHD diagnosis have no trouble keeping attention when playing video games or doom scrolling. Oh, Petro, that's good, man. Ouch. Yes. And then Dwayne says some can't face themselves. And Good Time says, John, that's true. So true. And we got Sullivan, our very own Sullivan, one of the OGs in the lab here. Set the tone and win the morning. You win the rest of the day. Mornings in the lab helps that happen. And imagine, Good Time says, if we took phones away, we would look like zombies looking at our hands. Could you imagine? Like, what would happen? Right? And what I've been putting off for a while, then do it immediately. Yes, that's the Niner thing, Sullivan, that we learned from Matt Rose this morning. And, of course, we got Cheryl jumping in with some comments about the team here. And awesome. And we got Sullivan. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. All right, let's get over into the community corner. We got Ryan, a.k.a. Rags the Goat. He went viral recently. He was on the Menace to Society podcast. He confessed what was actually happening behind the screen. He says years ago, a rack of views, he was secretly suffering from psychosis, self-harming, and hanging on by a thread. So what did he do? He completely gave up on himself, but addiction and mental collapse. Don't care about your follower count. So we see the highlight reel we think that he hasn't made, but the reality, guys, that fame that we all thought he had didn't save him. The real anchor was fatherhood. When your self-respect is entirely shot, being a dad can be the only thing to rebuild. So, hey, guys, if you're maintaining that public mask, or are you actually dealing with your own shit? Because Ryan needed some time to figure out his own shit, and it came down to being a father. I love that, Ryan. Let's get you on the show and talk about that moment for you. All right, Substack, the second half, why your corporate legacy is bullshit. The writer behind the second half shares that he lost his own dad to suicide at 13. Years later, he walks up to an apartment, sees uncollected newspapers piled to the mat, and discovers his children's mother took her own life too. Ouch. This dude, after surviving that and dragging his daughter through rehab, he finally retired, sitting in quiet, expecting to feel free, but felt untethered. Then it hit him. His greatest accomplishment wasn't his corporate title or sales record. It was choosing to be the father that he never had. Boys, we got 2 of them here. Fatherhood, fatherhood, fatherhood. Remember, your company is not going to attend your funeral. Well, except for my company. So listen, guys, what are you building that actually matters when the calendar is empty? And here's what are you working for the big, here's the thing, guys. If you're working for the big fucking public corporation, you're actually not working for anybody. You're working for the Canadian, the person who's collecting shares. So what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, wrapping up our community corner over on LinkedIn. Deruta Manny woke up Monday morning paralyzed with anxiety. Her mind blank. So she did the scariest thing possible in corporate culture. She took a sick day for her brain. Yeah. So, I support that. Because in the remote work area, we've traded commute times for that 24/7, Slack alerts, yet we treat mental exhaustion like a character flaw for some bizarre reason. So while I will not actually trash this one, if anything, I'm going to congratulate Duravita Manny for taking some time and actually encourage all my brothers, all my leaders out there, all my brothers and sisters that are leaders out there. Listen, encourage your folks to take some time. Go for a walk, mental health. And you know what? I'm not going to cancel when I say but. I'm going to put a but, though, at the end of it, though. Encourage, empower, encourage, empower. But if it continues to be a trend, maybe that encouraging and empowerment needs to be your own mirror to help make a different decision. True story. All right. Hey, Maya, if Frankie and Tommy shared one brain, who would be in the driver's seat today?
Oh, that is easy, Chief. If those two shared one brain, Pitcher would still be driving.
Respectfully, no. Tommy is too tired to drive. I would be at the wheel, but I would probably start 3 different routes and finish none of them. Yeah, no. If you are driving, I am walking.
Case closed.
I want my money back.
That's it for the Community Corner, boys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Baby, what a fun show here today. Hey, Neiman, I got some ideas. You know what we can do, hey, Neiman? I'm sticking to myself. We actually could shoot some footage of the studio. And Frankie and Tommy and the whole gang can be in here with me. True story. You know, playing with Omni, right? We create some video of the environment here, and Frankie and Tommy and the whole crew can be here in the lab. The real lab. Yeah. All right, nation. That is going to be it for today's episode. I got to get after it. I got a bunch of things piling up on me here. But before we get out of here, let's clean up the lab here today. The morning decision that separates ambitious men from average ones, it's actually a trick statement because that decision happens the night before. Just ask Dwayne, just ask John. Yep, true story. Today's deep dive came down from one brutal little moment. The alarm goes off. That's it. That's it. When the alarm goes off, you got one of two choices. Hit the snooze or get up and get after it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. 100%. And hey, guys, what else we get after? Matt Roos joined us today, the Chicken Wrangler. Yeah, I love Roos. Go check out go find Matt. I didn't ask him. I can't remember what his agency is, but go find Matt on LinkedIn. He's a good friend of the lab, good conversation. Always a little weird in the best possible way. I love Matt Roos, man. Oh, check it out, guys. Yes, head on over to mornings.live. I'm sorry, mornings.network. We're just building up our mornings.network page. Jimmy, go to the top, man. Check out the hero. And we got a cool hero up there, the whole gang. The home of Live Authority, the Mornings in the Lab Live Authority Network. If you guys know somebody that wants a show, maybe it's you. Come give me a call because we're filling up fast. Yes, we are, baby. Guys, tomorrow we're back with another big one in less than, we're overtime today, less than 21 hours and 53 minutes. Tomorrow, Seth Pepper, the F switch that turns pressure into elite performance. Former elite swimmer who started the sport at 14 and still went on to become a 23-time All-American NCAA champion and international medalist. He narrowly missed the Olympics. Dude, that sucks, which means he knows exactly what it feels like to live at the edge. So coming up tomorrow, myself, John Anderson, and a bunch of other massive, awesome, huge, fun topics. And maybe a dink here or a dink there. Yeah. And hey, we'll see you guys in less than 22 hours on the big show that we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Dwayne, and all of our friends. We'll see you guys tomorrow.